If it rains, sleet, or snow, I'm a ball air seats, cause I gotta hype me up.
Hype me up, hey, hype me up. Hype me up.
Say I'm a nerd, even when it's tough, I can fall a million times in
Shed alive, she's back.
Broke shitty for the duck. Early bird, get the worm first. Glad me some more. I know I can.
I know I can
Do what I wanna do.
do what I wanna do.
If you don't believe in me,
Hey,
don't believe in me. I don't give
give a fuck about you. Get your ass to the back.
I know I am. No, I'm motherfucking pressure.
Because I'm motherfucking pressure.
Just take a little time, had to come and set it down. Nothing more, nothing less. Teaching ain't like Uncle Phil. I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm a motherfucking die. If it's for me, then it's for me. What I tell them all the
They said I was in prison. Oh, Lord. Hold on. Let me cut the music up. Wait a minute. Let me go back and see that. Auntie, they said you were in prison. I knew it was cat. Damn, I'm in prison now. Lord. Well, this look like prison. Y'all remember this backyard, don't y'all? this, I'm in prison. That's the best one. This must be Fed pen. You know, they say the Fed pen is the best pen, baby. I'm in prison. Oh, the fuck? I missed y'all. No, let me stop lying. I really didn't. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Oh, you thought you'll never see me again? Photo book page. As long as you've been following me, you know I'll be here today, gone tomorrow, and come back later. Now I'm in prison. Lord. At least, did they put me in a Fed pen? At least if they put me in pen, just please tell me it was the Fed pen, right? The fuck? Hey, y'all. Hello. You over here watching Straw Crying? What is... Oh, yeah, I don't really watch TV, but I heard about that Tyler Perry movie, and Tyler Perry gonna stop making black women seem like, you know, we down and out. Just from the little that I read, I have not seen it. I don't like that. I don't like that. Every movie he make, he putting us down, and I don't like that. You know, but hey, it's just a movie. You know, stop letting these people with these movies and things change your emotions and make you feel a type of way, because that's energy that you're giving away, right? We ain't got time for that. I feel like you should watch it. Nah, I'm good. I seen somebody talking about it, and you know, they create movies to get energy from people, right? And they not about to, there you go, capitalizing on people's pain. I'm not about to watch it. But thank you though. Thank you. You know, everything they do is for a reason. But hey, y'all. Right, always got to be a black, strung-out woman. That part. Like, what? You know, did he say how she rose through it? Did she bounce back? Because that's what we do. We go through shit, but we bounce back all of the time. You know, controlling our image. Because for everybody that cried, do you know the energy and the power that is in your tears? Think about it. Right? So you didn't let them tap into your energy with something they put on the screen in Hollywood. Come on now. We're not doing that. But if y'all enjoy it, y'all do what y'all do. I am feeling absolutely amazing. Tiger's Eye 89. I am doing absolutely. Evidently, I just got out of prison. Then they didn't put me in the jail. They put me in a prison. Lord have mercy. People. Should have took that time that I was gone to level up. Because she back now. What's up, though, everybody, though? I'm doing absolutely amazing. So let me explain to y'all where I went. I seen somebody say they thought I was hurt. Yeah, not. But thank you for your concern. Right after all of that stuff happened last couple months ago, then I guess they were reporting my page. I got put on a 30-day restriction. So I'm like, you know what? That's God telling me that I need to take a break, you know? And that's exactly what I did. I enjoyed every bit of it. When I tell you that I unplugged from the freedom matrix 1,000%. When I tell you I unplugged, I literally unplugged it, and I was enjoying the peace. My daughter turned 21 since I've been gone. And I was just enjoying not having to feel the weight of the world on my shoulders. Not feeling like I had to post, not feeling like I had to go live, not feeling like it was just peace, you know. And but to be honest with y'all too, I felt like y'all, what up though? Like y'all was okay since, you know, I'm learning from others and whatever is said. I thought they had y'all. Did they have y'all? Have y'all been winning? Have y'all been winning off of anything that didn't have anything to do with me? If you've been winning that had nothing to do with me and anything that I taught, drop a 100. Let's celebrate you and your wins, honey. Can I see some honeys? I don't see none yet. Let me see them. Hey, James. Yes, it was a much needed break. I'm still not seeing no hundreds. I thought y'all was good. Okay? Okay, now Drone 112, good job. I thought y'all were good. Okay? So, you know, I just sat back and enjoyed it. Wasn't on no social media platforms. It felt good. I think everybody need a social media break at some point in time, right? So, there it is. I've been gone. But then in the same token, you have to realize, like I said, y'all can't keep me in your pocket. So for y'all who really had the foundation and y'all that kept going, congratulations. But your freedom should not be based on if somebody's going to go live or if somebody's going to hold y'all hand, right? Y'all shouldn't depend on anybody but yourself. You know, but I absolutely enjoyed my break. I absolutely enjoyed it. For you guys who did have my number and y'all reached out to me, I appreciate just to see if I was okay. Y'all see I didn't really respond to y'all, right? I didn't. I do have a new number, but I still do have the old one as well. But no, life is amazing. Life is. Folks got to get out and get the experience for themselves. They absolutely do, James. That's the only way it's going to work. That's what we did. That's what you did. I remember when you started. You can now look at us now. Look at us now. Hey, look at us now. Hey, you know, so there it is. So that is that. But I hope everybody has been absolutely amazing. And yeah, I decided, you know, today will be the day. I woke up and said, you know, I guess I'll go talk to them today. But I did drop just not at your back. Well, I did leave it, but I have released, if y'all noticed, yesterday, I did release a lot of the videos. I'll be proud of what you accomplished. What I'm proud of, you send it to me in DM. If y'all got any receipts or anything that have anything to do with me, y'all just send it to me in my DM. I would love to celebrate y'all because y'all kept it going. I do have some that people were sending me. You was wearing a national status video. There are 2 penny L's on your page on deck, working the steps. I'll keep it on going. You left as soon as I started. Oh, well, I'm back, darling. But I did leave some. I left it. And for y'all that's new, if you hit my link tree, it was ebooks up there. It was all type of stuff that I left. You see what I'm saying? But you welcome. I will be dropping my entire catalog. You got your family coat of arms, your corporate seal, and your ministry seal. I know that's right. See, careful. Yes, congratulations. Them coat of arms is very, very, very important. Order your flag, too, to put outside your house. And then, too, if you're going to switch your plate over to the black plate, you know how the states got their seals on there? You can put your coat of arms on the seal of your black plate, okay? Did the 4th grader Dropbox videos. They're actually dropped on my YouTube page. I just let them release. I just released them. I don't think I released them all because some of them I don't think that I dropped, but I have to go back through them. I am in the process of releasing almost everything that I've ever done that's beneficial. You understand what I'm saying? I have a total of 113 classes that I've done total. I didn't even realize I did that much until I went through my Zoom. But I'm not going to drop anything that is not the same, right? Because why would I set you back? I'm not about to give y'all no old shit. You got the 3.5 hanging. I got mine hanging too. When I go downstairs, I'll show you. So y'all know that I do what the hell I say I'm going to do, right? But I just really thought y'all was good. So, 113 beneficial. She said all of them is beneficial. They more than likely they is, but see, people, well, they're all beneficial, right? But I know that people don't take the time to do the work, right? Now, the foundation is going to always be beneficial and the same. But if there was a process that I said or whatever, it could have changed. But a lot of stuff have changed. Even since I've been gone, things have changed. That nigga Trump in there he doing a lot, right? I gotta, play full catch up, because when I said that, I unplugged. Ty High 1165. You have a coat of arms based off of your last name. So if you go to the House of Names, I believe it's the houseofnames.com. Here, matter of fact, let me go downstairs. Let me show y'all. You have a coat of arms, okay? And if you notice, even with the police, the state, they all have a coat of arms. Have y'all ever realized that? Look it up. The courts, they all have a coat of arms, right? But you don't have to create a coat of arms. You can, but it's not going to be as beneficial as you want it to. Hold on, y'all. So you have a coat of arms, and you want to utilize it because that's the one that takes back your whole history. So look. Okay. So here's the coat of arms for my last name. I ordered this off of the House of Names. I told y'all about this a while ago. You see it comes with the certificate of authenticity. And then it tells me all about my last name, right? So anything that I'm dealing with, my coat of arms is on there. Okay? Y'all can get this from the House of Names. I got another thing. They sent me like the entire history of my name, where it was originated from, which you'll find most of you guys, you'll see that is in, the British, because that's actually where we started, which is why the Queen and them took over down there. There is still a neighborhood to this day that is named after my last name. So yeah, y'all go to the coat of arms. House of Names, and then you can get your exact coat of arms. So yeah, that's it, y'all. You remember that? Yes. Yes, houseofnames.com. And so I got the flag as well. It actually hangs outside my house. My neighbor got one too. I'm like, oh, my neighbor woke, honey. My neighbor got one too. What's goody, oh, Divine? I'm like, they woke, because they sure got their stuff outside. That and the original Texas flag of the Republic. There's a lot of Thors where you from. Hey, we might be related. Well, we're all related in some type of form or fashion. You use your coat of arms on your trust letter? Absolutely. Clock that. Yes, ma'am. That's what it's there for. You got mine and got it placed in my corporate seal. Oh, y'all been working. Oh, y'all make me so proud. See, when you start dealing with your coat of arms and stuff, that's you putting yourself up under God we trust. That, like they say in the beginning was the word. Yeah, no. Your coat of arms is your trust seal. That's fine. It's yours. And that's how you are letting them know that you are going back under God. In God we trust. So, yes. But yeah, y'all, I enjoy my little time off. But like I said, I will be dropping the videos on YouTube. I've been told, because I've been unplugged, so I ain't seen nothing. I feel like if somebody gonna regurgitate what I say, I might as well give it to y'all, so you can at least get the regurgitation right. Don't nobody want no secondhand throw up. Don't nobody want no secondhand throw up. So here, because I do see, as I told y'all last year, I like all of these companies about to start going bankrupt. And, well, it does look like that, huh? Where I've been in peace, in solitude. Thank you, Dorsey. Yes. Y'all missed me while I was gone, huh? That's why you're supposed to appreciate what you got when you got it, baby, because you never know. But like I said, I thought y'all was good. All these people out here, you know, they was ready for me to go. They're like, hell yeah, she gone now. So hopefully y'all been winning. Winning. Yes, I am so refreshed. Well, I enjoy my daughter. Like I said, y'all, my daughter turned 21, and y'all already know with a bang, baby. A biggity bing bang. I won't share it, though, because people just be doing too much. But I did an amazing job. She had an amazing 21st birthday. And now my son's birthday's coming up. My son's birthday's coming up, too. Somebody sent me a PDF with all type of butchered information. They're about to get people messed up. Greg, send it to me so I can see. Send it to me. Cause I don't get it. Def DMSU, I wasn't listening to no one else. I was going back rewatching your videos. Thank you, Goddess. I know my real ones because, you know, I got a few that were communicating with me and they still out here doing the thing. And I love that. You know, I just need y'all to understand that it's two of you. It's natural and spiritual. It's public and private. And what you do in the public, you don't do in the private. And to operate in the public, you have to operate as a business, right? Y'all keep talking about, you know, your securities, which makes you a secure party. So get it on the record that you have a security interest in everything that belongs to you. And how do you do that? Can somebody type and tell me? How do you get it on the record that you have a secured interest in any of the securities that have your name on it? Ty, you know what? You can, because I'm going to put, yeah, you can. I'm going to come in, I'm going to make an announcement in there, but you can. Court registry investment system will only be for federal court cases, right? Or state as well. It's for Taylor, it's for state as well. The court registry investment system, which is located in North Carolina, all of the systems use that particular system. If you want to get the rules of that, and you can also do an FOIA through them to get all of the bonds and necessary information that came from your case. If you go down to the bottom of their page, hit FOIA, put your case number in and send it, and you will know everything that they did. So no, the court registry system is a system that all of the court systems use. Everybody been having a trust class these last couple months. Well, hopefully y'all got y'all some trust. I hope y'all do. I hope y'all have some trust because you absolutely need your trust. I think after all this time I've been gone, I've been gone like 90 days. When I leave, the end of February, I have to look and see when they blocked me. Because like I said, my original leaving is because they got blocked. So I'm like, people reporting my page. So I'm like, you know what? When I did them 30 days, I said, oh, this feels amazing, right? I ain't got a care in the world. When I tell y'all I opened IG yesterday, well, this morning was the first time that I opened up IG. Y'all see, I even dropped them videos on YouTube and still didn't come on IG yesterday. I know y'all like, she done got hacked, but she must don't know. Let me get over here and get her. No, I did that. Because I want y'all to have it. Because I want y'all to win. Right? But hopefully with everybody having trust class and etc. There you go, Eric. That's right. A UCC1. Let me pin your statement. Bloop. Hopefully you guys was provided with right information, and even if you wasn't, hopefully you did the work that you needed to do to make sure that it was correct. And I hopefully by now at this stage of the game that everybody has a trust right now. Okay? Revocable, irrevocable, foreign, you know, and there's a couple extra ones. So hopefully y'all got that. But yes, you are absolutely right. In order to get it in the system, it has to be done properly on a UCC, but it has to be filed properly. Okay? Y'all get these companies and they don't want to say nothing to y'all. Y'all send them stuff and they don't say nothing. Put that UCC on there and watch they be sending you a demand letter. Take it off. They gonna send you a demand letter and talk about take it off. Okay? A security agreement with a UCC1. Oh, somebody dropped my old private banking class. I see. Oh, yeah. That's kind of sort of right. Yeah, I seen another statement. I'm like, damn, I think I said that about 2 years ago. It was maybe 3 years ago. It was word for word verbatim. I said, oh, they out here just giving y'all bullshit because there's more to it than that. But hey, what do I know? I don't know shit. But in order for you to have a security agreement with a company, it's an agreement, which means they have to agree, right? You do know that, right? In order for it to be a contract and to have a security agreement, they have to agree, which means you got to get them to agree with the terms in which it is that you're saying in there. You just filing a security agreement does not make it effective because you just did it. But hey, what do I know? They've been having tax classes, Lord. Y'all going to jail. Y'all going to jail. The addendum check that is in the trust on the UCC. Oh yeah, you was in fourth quarter takeover, wasn't you? Vic, I sure did. The UCC one with the addendum check that is in the trust on the UCC. That is correct. That is correct, my darling. And make sure that it's filed properly and has to be the exact name and etc. A big part of knowing who you are is the IRM. That is true. Passing the Buck Volume 1 and 2. I suggested that book like a year ago. I think I even showed that I have them. Those books cost me $900. Peep my profile for the best UCC 1 template out there. There y'all go with this template shit. There y'all go with them templates. But hey, do whatever y'all feel is good for you. Yes, all of the videos that I dropped in YouTube is in the free section. They sure are. They sure are. Can I send you the name of the woman that does trust? Her name is Layla Lockwood. Even though I've been gone, I'm still going to say Layla Lockwood. That's the only person that I can suggest to you that will give you a proper trust. With a whole harmless agreement. Since y'all just, I don't know how much they charge y'all for that private banking class. It's free. It's on my Zoom. Y'all want it? I'll give it to y'all for free. Drop some honey if y'all want it for free. With the proper updates on it, though. That part. Security agreement between... Y'all telling me stuff. Look, you know what? A security agreement between the all caps and the trust. It's mighty funny that, hold on. Let me go downstairs. Let me show y'all something. Y'all telling me stuff that I taught. That's what I'm saying. Y'all ain't got nothing new that I ain't teach. That's all I want to know. Do y'all have anything that I didn't teach? And to show y'all that I taught it, hold on 12 seconds. Let me walk down my steps in my little apartment that I'm in. Hold on. They about to have y'all getting thrown out the bank. Y'all about to get thrown out the bank. Oh, hold on. Yes. Let me show you something. Oh, let me close this. Zoom, where are you, Zoom? Oh, excuse me. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. Recordings. Where are my recordings? Recordings and transcripts. Oh, let me go back. Oh, I was wrong, y'all. It's 93 classes. Not 113. It's 93. But hold on. 3-day remedy. 2 not private banking. Private banking. Account takeover. So, it started here. Y'all see the date? This was a 3-hour class. Then that was part 2. Then that was part 3. And then I stopped putting it as account takeover. And I started calling it that. And I started calling it that. Hold on. So y'all see, these are 93 recordings. I only use my Zoom for classes, okay? So we're going to go back. Oh, wait. What that say? What? Y'all not telling me shit that I didn't teach. Hold on. Personal meeting. Well, look at these damn dates. Some of them are not named. I need to go back and name them because I didn't start naming them until after. But let's go all the way back and let's see the very first class that I did. What that say? That part. So yeah, I know all about the security agreement and the whole harmless agreement and, you know, the whole 9 yards because, yeah, I know all about the, and I got the original information from Kimberly, which anybody who took that class know that I dropped her entire video first and said, hey, do it here. But I added the missing pieces that were added onto it. But as y'all know, since that was done in 2022, a lot of those things have changed. But yes, you know, having security agreements and whole harmless agreements and things like that. I bought a few videos from Layla Becoming a Business. Yes, Layla is the absolute beast at what she does. There are some changes that have been done, and if you are not set up properly, there's no way that you can walk into Wells Fargo or any of these banks thinking that they're going to set up a security agreement with you if you're not set up properly, especially if you're trying to do transfers of securities. So now, if you do want to get in a relationship with them like that, are those some of the things that you need? Absolutely. But you know what the main thing you're going to need? You are going to need to be registered with the security exchange as a private company, right? Just like you can pull up security exchange forms, an 8K and a 10K, and their security agreement, and etc. You're going to have to do the same thing, okay? So don't just run out here doing shit. Please don't. Please don't. New Wave Drip, Adverse Possession. Well, y'all know that Morris Lighthouse, damn, he had a class today I was supposed to attend, and I forgot. I had when he took a nap. That's why I ain't get on here, y'all. I went and took a nap, and I just woke up like, fuck, I'm supposed to go on live. But I'm so used to not having to talk to y'all and shit. I was sleeping good. But, yeah, y'all just have to, you have to know. Y'all have to know exactly how to do it. It's all that I can say. It's all that I can say. Make sure you do it right. Make sure you fact check. You pay somebody $1,500 for a trust and they took your money a year ago. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. So, yeah, things have absolutely changed when it has come to that. The rules have been totally made differently. But one of the aspects of even attempting to be on the private side of the bank, you have to do it through your trust, and it has to be an irrevocable trust. Something that I told y'all like a long time ago, that y'all should have already did, and then you go from there. So that's how that goes. Yes, you have to register as a private company with the security exchange. What is a CIK, a SIC number, the number that you will get if you are registered with the security exchange? What do I know about it? Ecclesiastical trust, baby. When I go up under In God We Trust, it is absolutely done with an ecclesiastical trust. But y'all got to get the first trust done, right? That's why I ain't never brought it up. Because I think, you know, information overload and informational gluttony is why a lot of people are still stuck. And you got to do one thing at a time, right? And yes, only a trust can deal with a trust. The stamp method still works, right? I don't know. I don't know. I will probably say that I don't know. I don't use that any longer. It did work. when I brought it out, stamp endorsing it. You know, I own them word. Hello, people. Stamp endorsing is copywritten and it's owned by me. I own it. But yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't know. I do things totally different. You're still taking your time and don't rush. Please don't rush, but you do need to get a little step in, a pep in your step. Y'all see things are changing. Yes, I did say to do your own trust. You can absolutely do your own trust, but if you just absolutely have no clue and you want to make sure that your trust is bulletproof and that it fits the state that you are in, Layla is the only one that I would recommend for that, because she makes sure that according to your state, because every state has its own rules. You can also go on deeds.com, which was also recommended by Layla. That would help you do your trust. But if you're going to have anybody to do your trust, she would be the only person that I will personally recommend. Because, you know, if I recommend y'all somebody and they don't do it right, y'all going to come back to my Path to Freedom. Path to Freedom scam me. And Path to Freedom ain't did nothing but told y'all somebody. So I'm being very cautious. I am not recommending anybody for anything. Now, some recommendations that I've had in the past will still stand when it comes to Layla for y'all trust, when it comes to crypto, those guys like, you know, Skyton Academy. Those are the only people that I will still can personally recommend, and I ain't talked to none of them since I left. They did text me. Sorry, y'all. I seen it, but I was just like, I won't talk right now. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Layla, for sending me a word of encouragement, you know, and, you know, them reaching out to make sure that I was good. I do appreciate that, but I'm absolutely amazing. But those two would be the only people that I can know for a fact that you'll get what it is that you're supposed to have, along with the education that and foundation that you need, and your trust will be bulletproof. Rule 144A, what you want to know about it? Capital One won't allow an irrevocable trust. It has to be revocable. So in a case like that, it can, but of course they are giving you issues with it. As long as your irrevocable trust is owner of the revocable trust, when you fill out your UCC, make sure you do the addendum, and in the second part, when it says a extra secure party, then put your irrevocable trust down. How do you learn how to discharge credit card debt? Okay, so how can I put this? The bill is already discharged, and what you're getting in the mail is a payment. It's a coupon. So technically, it's supposed to be yours, right? So don't call it discharge, call it recoup your shit, right? Get your money back that is owed on there, and put it on the record that you have a security interest in those particular accounts so that you can get paid. Everything is equity. You went to Layla, she's amazing. She is. She's absolutely amazing for the United States, the District of Columbia Incorporated. And it is. Hey, Focus King, how are you? Her ad is Layla Lockwood. Creditgenics. Can somebody put Creditgenics down? You got a foreign grantor's trust. Okay, do you got an irrevocable trust? And if you got a foreign grantor's trust, if the IRS sent you a document saying that you are responsible for paying taxes, it should be on the trust video. I put up a letter that you will send to them so that it will remove the tax obligation. It's under Creditgenics, y'all. Your private bank is on blockchain and working. That is amazing. That is amazing. The blockchain is absolutely private. Dynasty.com for trust. I don't know. I've never been on there, but I'll check it out for you, and then I'll come back and tell you what I think. Fidelity or Charles Schwab for what? Now, I know Fidelity or Charles Schwab don't give you any problems with having a revocable or irrevocable account, you're going to have to make sure that you have a certificate of trust. Especially if it's irrevocable. If it's irrevocable, you cannot do it online. You're going to have to physically go into a Charles Schwab location to be able to do that. Yes, I got a lien on American Express and they got $53K under investigation. Good job. Good job. So what is the $53K that they got under investigation? You can send me a message if you want to, but congratulations. You being sued by Capital One on June 30th. Capital One has an arbitration agreement. So you can do a petition for removal of state court due to mandatory arbitration and file it, and you should be good. Do I have a sample irrevocable trust? Yeah, I do. They charged off my car for non-payment, no repo, and no online account. Can I just file the UCC now and transfer it to trust? I feel like I know they're going to answer, but you're still studying. You feel like you know the answer and you're still studying. So absolutely. Do you have your title yet? Probably not, because they charged it off. They did not release the title. So I don't know how long you've been with me. Your face looks familiar, your name don't. But when you transfer your car over to your irrevocable trust, you do a bill of sale. You transfer it over. Remember, your trust cancels out their trust because they're still collecting on it. And then that will cause the DMV to release the lien that is on the title, and then you'll have it. And yes, I will absolutely. But I hope y'all in this UCC system filing stuff right. Because, baby, you don't want to be in there filing stuff wrong, right? But yes, because you have a security interest in the account within itself. So to know that you got security interest on the application, well, on the contract, it says you give us security interest. So in order for you to give something, you had to have something, right? So that means that you already have security interest, which they're asking for you to give it. So technically, they're supposed to work for y'all 80-20. They are supposed to make money off of the collateral security, and they are supposed to be paying you, which is AKA the monthly payment that they're saying you owe them is really what they owe you. So in order for you to absolutely enforce it without them ignoring you, yes, you have to file a UCC, and it needs to be filed correctly. It also needs to be filed in a particular state. Now, I did tell y'all some things have changed. When it comes to what state it needs to be filed in and etc., some things have changed. Some things have changed. So, if anybody taught y'all that besides me, then, I hope you got it right. I called Fidelity and had them run my state court case at the municipal bond, and nothing came up, Miss T. I'm confused about that. And had them run your state court case as a municipal bond, and nothing came up. I don't know. All securities, I SCS them all last year in 2024. I sent like 6 of them. Definitely will inbox me. Yeah, inbox me. A lady named Stephanie took your money. Beware. Charge for a living estate trust $1,500, a living will $250, and a passport explanatory statement $500. Y'all still out here just giving y'all money to strangers, huh? Well, one, if you got a living estate trust, why would you need a living will? Because the living will is going to put you in probate court, right? So that's what your trust is for, to get you out of probate court so that they won't attack the estate. Hey, Bob. No title. I've been with you for a minute and felt this was the next step transfer. Absolutely. So that is the next step transferring it. So get your bill of sale, whatever state you're in. If you go on their DMV website, they'll have an example of a bill of sale. So you go and you do the bill of sale. You're going to sell it to the trust. And then you're going to take those paperwork down to the DMV. And once it is transferred over to the irrevocable trust, in about 30 to 45 days, depending on your state, you're going to see that your title has came into the mail. And it won't have any lien on it. You absolutely right. Which way you go? I just pinned your comment. NTG Golden. I said that before I left. I've been hollering it for years. That Power of the UCC video is golden. It's golden. And I need y'all to separate yourself, right? You're going to separate yourself. Public, 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 public. Is you, is your all caps. You're going to operate as no different than Wells Fargo, Walmart, Target. You are a business, so that is public, right? It's a reason that you can get a public finance statement because it's public. And then privately is everything that you're doing via your trust, which means all your accounts should be in the name of the trust. You should be operating out of P.O. Box and etc. And that is how you operate as two different people. And any contracts that you're doing needs to be a UCC file. Now, if you're going to be around here trying to pass off bonds and you're going to be around here trying to pass off bills of exchange and etc., the only way to lawfully do that is if you are registered with the Security Exchange. You want them to play ball with you for real, go register yourself properly, or your trust, let me say that correctly, register as a private company under the Security Exchange, what will give you a SIC number and etc. And then you are to get that security agreement, and you are to be able to go into these banks and do business, right? I'm going to provide you this. You can do this. I have the authorization through who? The Security Exchange. Just like the banks and etc. and the finance companies and all of these people, they are authorized through the Security Exchange. That's the only way you get into it. Okay? You got your tickets done. Hey, B-Time, come up. I want to talk to you. I'm so proud of you. You out here crushing it. Okay? And she one of my people that came and she checked on me too. Like, and I wanted to see too, like, how many of y'all was gonna really check on me? And don't be acting like they ain't just dox my number all over the world. Y'all was calling me, threatening me, and calling me breathing hard on the phone like y'all masturbating and shit. But then when I left, didn't nobody call? Like, well, damn, is she dead? But there is a few of y'all. So I appreciate y'all for that. Yes, you got to separate public from private. Where'd she go? Let me see. But yeah, I just felt like, you know, I just needed to come on back so that I can help y'all. But I'm back. B-Time. What do you think about the new ID? I think that you should only have a passport. That's what I think. I think that if you, I don't think, I know that if you got a regular ID and a regular driver's license, you are a migrant farmer worker for the state. And now you have to follow their rules because you are in a contract with them. But if I was you and you was me, because, hey, boo.
Hey girl, hey girl, hey girl, how you doing?
I,
Excuse me.
I am crazy. Look at you out and about.
Huh?
I see you out and about.
Yeah, I'm out and about, but I'm sitting down and I can hear you. I was letting you know. I tried to hit you up the other day when we had spoke or whatever, and I had like these traffic tickets or whatever that the state trooper had pulled me over. So I waited and went in front of the judge. Can you hear me?
I can hear you well.
And when I went in front of the judge, I told him, I was there under special appearance, under pursuing UCC 1-308, with Title 28, 746, this, that, and the third. And he was like, well, Miss Williams, you have your driver's license? I said, sir, I'm 50 years old. I never possessed a driver's license. I said, I just got out the feds. So I said I use my passport for travel purposes and for identification. He said, okay, Miss Williams, you're free to go.
Do y'all hear that? She didn't have a contract. She's never had a contract with any state. So, and then because she did go into court, which does give them jurisdiction, she stopped it with her beginning statement. Okay? And I know y'all like to say I be paying people and shit. I ain't paid this woman. This is
I'm
the
telling you, the
same.
power of the UCC one. Hey, Tamika, you been gone, sister, baby. When I tell you I got so much knowledge and, hey, I'm on the rise like you, baby.
And I love that for you. For y'all who don't know, there's a receipt on my page. She was on, y'all heard her just say she got the Fed pen. She was on federal probation that she's no longer on. And why are you no longer on it?
No, no. The judge and the prosecutor signed off on it when I did my 24, I did my 2848. I wrote, like a little thing telling them that I was revoking their power. I gave notice to the prosecuting attorney, the chief of probation, everybody that was involved.
That's right.
And I was on a revocation, on another felony charge because I had been fighting. The day before I was supposed to go in for their revocation, they called me and told me, they was like, Bridget, I don't know what happened, but the judge signed off, woo, woo, woo. I said, okay, I need that in writing. I went up to the federal building, I got my paperwork, and they also mailed it to me.
Y'all hear that? Because she listened to me on a live one day, like revoke all of their power. And she hasn't just did this for herself. Since I've been gone, she's helped others do the exact same thing. Because y'all give them the power, take it back. That revocation with a 2848 is the most powerful document that you could have. So
Yeah, and I've been helping other people, but states are different. And like I tell people, you have to know what you're talking about. You have to study this shit, and you have to stand on business. It's not easy. But when
that's
they
right.
come to you, because they go try everything not to and act like they don't know what it is. But you just got to stand on business and know what the hell you talking about and keep fighting their ass. You can't give up on
That's right. So tell them about the one guy that you helped. He did everything, and then they called him into the probation office and had all them guys standing there, but they had to let
Oh
him
yeah,
out.
they brought the chief probation officer. It was a lot of big wigs in there, but he studies too, and so he was shooting the different statutes or whatever that they had or whatever, and it really was his probation officer because probation officers be assholes, and so he sent his probation officer a cease and desist letter, and did that, and they called him in, and when he ran it down. The people told him he's free to go. There's nothing that they could do. He was free to go. So the judge signed off on it. So when I talked to you, he was just waiting on the prosecutors to sign off on it. So yeah, it's good.
That's right. Because the power that you guys give them, you can take back. And at the moment you take it back, it's nothing that they can do because everything that they're doing based off of the power that you gave them. I call my power back. Call your power back using all of their forms. Y'all don't see me out here telling y'all to write no affidavits and a truce and none of that. No.
Right, and hey,
2848.
let me tell you one other thing before we you cut me off. They better go get they shit from Social Security. I got a friend, an ex-partner of mine. She trying to retire, so she had an appointment with the Social Security office. Guess what they asked her, T? They asked
What?
her, do she have a trust? You know why they asked her, does she have a trust? Because if she have a trust, they have to transfer all her funds and give her everything. All them millions got to go to her.
Got to go to her trust.
They
Got
got
to
to
go
go
to
to
your
her
trust.
trust, and they also informed her that by 2030 or some shit, that it's not going to be no more Social Security.
It's not. It's not. And if y'all notice one thing that I did see, because I told y'all I unplugged, this new bill that Trump wrote that all the babies from 2025 to 2026, they're going to put money into an account. That's the same thing they did to us when we were younger. But their system has,
Exactly, that $1,000 shit that Trump trying to
yes,
do.
their
Yeah.
system, the system that we're currently under now has collapsed. Y'all ain't got no time to play. I've been telling y'all this. Y'all don't have no time to play. Get on the good foot, get y'all trust set up, and do what it is you're supposed to do. Revoke these people 2848 with a 2848. Put your trust in Power of You with a 56. Get your trust put on the record at the IRS. See, ain't nobody telling y'all that y'all got to take a copy of your trust down to the IRS and put it on file. Why? So when you get to filing them 1041s and them 1099Bs and et cetera, because you need a 1099B and a 1099 OID, they're not going to hold your funds up because they already know that you are the trustee over the trust and it's in the records.
You're exactly right. I'm waiting on one now. I only did the year of 22, but it's on the way. And hey, all of what you said is what these people need to be doing, but they need to study. You can put this in their head all you want to, but they got to open up and they got to research and they have to do their studies because you got to be able to stand on business. To me, and everybody know how I feel. I say fuck the government.
Look, that part.
I don't give a fuck about it. But y'all got to get out here. Y'all see she back. y'all need to listen to what she's saying and do your own research. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, if y'all on federal probation or whatever, y'all can reach out to me or whatever. But still, you got to be able to stand on business and know what you're talking about.
That part. And she
So
gave y'all the answer.
whenever the judge called you in, you got to be able to stand on business and be sure to have your trust
Yep.
in place. I got all my shit on the record too, even with my code of armor, that stuff. I put all that
Yes.
on there.
Y'all see how she listens? She listened. She didn't ever do a consult with me, no nothing. She followed my classes. She took my lives and the stuff that I said, and boom, she done. So now have you started the other process that I told you the other day? Now I did tell her this when she called me, because she called to check on me. Okay. She like, and I finally answered her because I didn't know it was her, right? Because y'all know I don't answer my phone, but I answered her. She logged in now though. But remember, I told you now it's time for you to recoup the funds that was on the case because the warrant is actually payment. Have you started that process yet?
Yes, indeed, I have. You know, it don't take me long.
There you go. Now y'all already see it's one on my page way down where another student got 333,000 off of his warrant because warrant means to deposit securities. It means authorization to sell securities, which is why they bring you in because they need your signature. So every case that you've ever had is tied to a check.
Yes. Oh, and I didn't tell you that I also done got my mama a brand new truck paid off. I did a 1041V and all that shit. And well, actually, I sent it to the U.S. Treasury Department, and I sent it to Scott Vincent, whoever the fuck he is. You know what I'm talking about.
I know you're
I
talking
sent
about.
it to him, and I sent it, you know, to I'll send it to Washington D.C. and to Utah. So both of them have responded. So the other would be just a refund check to my mom,
Y'all
and
hear
the
that?
other would go to pay her vehicle off.
Y'all hear that? And don't be all in her DM trying to drive her crazy because she gonna tell you the same thing. I'm gonna tell you that she'll help you, but you gotta
Oh,
really.
I don't play no games. I don't come to me. Don't come to me playing or nothing. Because if you're not serious about this shit, do not DM me. And look, and I do go beyond my means. Like I have established people's trust and constructed their trust and everything just by me charging a little fee for them the probation stuff. So I do extend myself, but don't play with me or none of that because I ain't going for none of that. If you serious about it, contact me. If you ain't, then
There
hey,
you
keep
go.
it pushing.
Can one of my oldie but goodies go on my page and find that post that I made showing that she got off of federal probation? I just want to pull it to the front, so because I know I got a lot of new people on here.
And the paperwork on there. I tell them the paperwork is on there. I sent
Yes.
you proof, and you posted it.
And I posted it, so somebody go get that. Cause quiet, besides when people tell you that I buy reviews, which is crazy to me, I have real people. My entire page is full of real reviews from real people. We don't play no games like that over here. But I am so proud of you. I see that you out. I'm not gonna hold you much longer. Thank you. Call me tomorrow though, okay?
Yes, I'll
Look,
call you
your
tomorrow. I'm out
your name
celebrating
like
my cousin tonight. So I love you, and
I
I
love
thank
you
you
too,
for putting
darling.
me on here. And hey, y'all, pay attention to what she's saying, but don't just pay attention and think that you can go do what she's telling you to do and file this paperwork. You better know them papers that you filing with the IRS before you go send that shit off. You better
You
do
right.
your research, and that's just for me to y'all. I love everybody. Tamika, I love you, and I'll hit you up tomorrow.
Absolutely. I love you too.
All right.
All right. So yeah, y'all. I don't play. It's the playtime over. It's the big leagues. Okay, I'm not coming back. And I'm gonna really be honest with y'all, right? I was enjoying my time off. I ain't gonna lie to you. The stress because I feel like I'm obligated to y'all to help, right? And that's the worst thing to do. People can say what they want about me, but I got a good heart. And more importantly, I got an art against the government. So I feel as though I need an army behind me. So why not teach the army to have that art and get it done too, right? Because it's going to take more than one of us. And regardless to what anybody say, this is my assignment. I didn't choose this, baby. Baby, let me tell you, I didn't choose it. I didn't choose it. I didn't choose it. I didn't choose it, right? But it chose me. So I'm going to do it. Nobody's going to stop me from doing it. Now, I may take a break and put a new battery in my back because I'm still human, right? I'm still human. But this is a spiritual thing, and I tell y'all that. And it can be very spiritually draining. Y'all just thinking about me. Y'all just thinking about me. I'm gonna feel that because it's energy, right? And I do feel some sense of I have to show y'all that I'm there, and that's a bad thing when you're doing stuff like this. But I cannot help who I am and that I care. I don't give a fuck what nobody say about me, because I can guarantee you this: everybody outside of the haters that just want to hate because they not me. Everybody that got something to say about Tamika, if they tell the truth, Tamika was that motherfucker in their life for real. And when you lose access to that, you get mad, because I would get mad too if I lost access to me. Because I'm a hell of a motherfucking friend. I'm a hell of a motherfucking mama. And I'm a motherfucking hell of a motherfucking path to freedom. And everybody know it. Everybody sitting back, y'all listen. Do y'all see? I ain't saying I'm the top dog, but motherfucker, I'm the top dog. And a lot of people are profiting off of things that I've said. But one thing I don't do, I don't teach y'all shit that I ain't did. And I don't teach y'all nothing that's going, y'all in prison. The fuck? How this is they forms? Do you think, listen to this, y'all. And I want y'all to really think about this, right? If you are able to go online right now to irs.gov and click in 2848 and click on PDF, if you were not supposed to use that, why can you access it? Why is it that you can sign up with your state system, your state system, and file UCCs electronically? Why do you think you can file a petition in courts? But hold on, you can file a motion and you can file a petition. Okay, you want to be in the public? It's a motion. You want to go to equity? Somebody just asked me about equity. You want to go to the private and God we trust? It better be a petition, right? You put in a motion, you're asking, right, in the public. You're asking them in the public. But see, when you do a petition, you're asking for a prayer of relief. Oh, under God we trust. Big difference. They even file it differently. Because just like you got a judge in the public that is ruling on people on charges in the public, right? Can't you go and get married up under a judge? Because what? The judge is two people too. And depending on how you write your papers, it's going to depend on which judge you're going to get. But when you do a petition and a prayer of relief, baby, now that's ask and he shall receive. Not, oh my God, here's a motion like you're in the ocean. No, that's not how they go, people. But you do have to know how to operate in the public and private. She took a public case and made it to a private case. How? Because every state is a state of the union. So if you get a driver's license in Michigan and then you get a driver's license in North Carolina, you're in their system because they're all up under the union. But if you don't get one at all, you do not give them jurisdiction. Don't give them the jurisdiction. The courts work for the state. The state say you're their employee and you violated one of your employee conditions. Let me break it down like that. I hope y'all get that. Okay? Y'all realize that after I did a motion to get order of protection dropped from my children's father. Yeah. So you are an employee. Okay? And you work for other employees of the state as subcontractors. Because think about it, every business has to be what? Registered for the state, which means guess what? They work for the state. Okay, so we need employees. So you are the employee and your badge is your driver's license and you have to abide by their rules. And just like every year at your job, you get an annual performance and they give you a raise. Every year you go to them and they raise your shit up. It's all the same system. And when you learn that you Meyer and you Walmart and you everybody else. But the difference between you and them is that that's all that they are. They're a corporation that can't speak, but you got God. Why? Because you are natural and spiritual. Come on, people. So when y'all think of it like that, so okay, if I work for the state, well, what is my rules as an employee? So that's when you find out their rules. When you find out their rules, you'll find out their documents, right? Now, if you just gotta have a driver's license, if you just gotta have a driver's license, if I was y'all, I would get a pen. You scared, you just gotta have one. Then you need to make yourself alive. How do you make yourself alive? A medical examiner's exemption. So you can still have your driver's license on it. Can't touch this. Da-da-da-da. So yeah, y'all. Get it together. You made your price case private, sent everything through the mail. I told her I do not need an attorney but counsel. Like the Constitution said, the defendant is texting me, you don't have to come in. Good. But now, okay, they created a case off of you, even if they dismiss the case. All right. And if the defender was texting you, I would make them send me something in a letter, a mail. Just make them send you something, right? But you made it private because you sent it through the mail. But how did you send it through the mail? Did you use the United States Post Office or did you use a private carrier? That makes a difference too. And it depends on how you mailed it. Did you leave it in the public, even though you did mail it, right? But at the end of the day, take their power away. Something you signed, they got some power. Take it away. Yeah, I'm trying to get y'all the easy routes because we know all this affidavit and we're doing this, so you got to say, no, the fuck you don't. You don't. You don't. You don't. You don't. Did we start there? Yeah. Did I start there? Yeah. But I keep telling y'all, I went through the trials and the tribulations. I studied from 2012. I didn't, y'all see, I did my first class in 2021. What does that tell you? I did a lot of fucking reading and understanding. And this system keeps going. It keeps going. So you have to keep going with it. But we at the end of the road. To the end of the road. Get your shit together. Okay. Okay. Please. And that's another reason why I drop my shit for y'all. People like Bridget, and I had somebody else send me a text. Tyrell, Champ, Layla. I had real people like, first, are you okay? And the other said, bitch, if you don't get to me. Because I was like, I'm over it. I'm like, over it. And it was more so that I was tired because what you're not going to do is not appreciate the fact that I'm doing this because I don't have to. And I don't like people that flip up like a flip of the script switch. Get on. It's a lot of energy. But see, you don't realize what you got until it's gone. And you either going to appreciate it or you're going to be like, fuck it. And that's just what it is. But we at the end of the road, y'all. And you got to get it together. So then I seen something. That's how I knew it was time to come back. It was a statement that I seen that somebody made that if I was to really take the time to sit at one of those videos, I can pull the exact statement the same exact way that I said it. Somebody posted. I said, fuck, I know who said that. I did. But see, that right there is still, it's making you ask for permission. Because I said things have changed. They changed tremendously. They've changed again. They've changed about 3 times since then, right? But eventually, if you got doors that you have to go through, and at the end, you got the 10th door, which means you got to make it to the 10th door. If you walk through every single door, by the time you get to the end, that's the last door, there's the prize. They cannot keep it away from you. So you got to use their tools, their ways, their tools, their ways. Trust. They open a trust, you are a trust, create a trust. You want to do bills of exchange, and these are different things that you can do. I ain't gonna call it a process. These are the different things that you have access to when God said ask and shall receive. You're asking the wrong way. And when I tell y'all them UCCs, fuck with them. Or they're gonna let them not have talk to you. Or they're gonna come back on you quick. But if you want to get in a position where you are sitting down with the big wigs, because you're not gonna go in your regular financial institutions trying to do what it is that you're trying to do. I'm telling you that now. They have another level to it. Okay? You have to talk to a whole different person. And you have to be right so that they can't tell you no. Right? Because you can give them all of these things. And I promise you, you can give them all of these things. They'll take your shit, tell you we need it for a day, we're going to bring it back. They're gonna give it back to you. They either gonna say yes or no, but you know what they did for a motherfucking fact? You literally wrote out something to them for them, and you gave it to them. So by right, they got to cash it in. So they can cash it in and still tell you no. So how do you stop that? How do you stop that? So yeah, yeah, that's that. That's that. But yeah, I am back. Um, I'm coming back to help, but under my terms. Accessibility, though. It's not. I have to do it differently because I can't keep getting burned out, right? Because we had the last, so I needed that rest. I needed that battery in my pack. For those that's here for the right reasons, you can stay. For those that's not, just bye. I'm not going back and forth with nobody. I don't give a fuck what a motherfucker say about me. I don't give a fuck about nothing. You know what you can say? Scroll my page. It's gonna take you about an hour to get down to the bottom if you're on your phone and just look. That's my work. Those are my words to the ears of people who did the work, and they won. But have things changed? Absolutely. Things have changed, which is why I did fourth quarter takeover. If you were in fourth quarter takeover, I have given you what you need. I promise you. We use name forms with our pens. That's what it is. And fill it out right and put yourself back in position. Okay, yeah. That part. No, no, we ain't discharging nothing. Pay me. Give me my money. If I'm telling you, if GM said your bill is $953 a month, that's really what they owe you off of your interest because of the security, which was the application was the first security, right? Then the retail installment agreement is the second. Okay, so they send the first one to the treasury, okay, as a restricted deposit, okay, as a money purchase order, money purchase, right? That's the first one go there. The original application that you do when you go on the Comcast or whoever and you put in your information for service, the first thing that they sell is that. Then they tell you next, oh, you got to sign a contract. So then the contract is now being sold. So when they calculate the amount of the contract, how many years it's going to be, okay, by the interest rate that they got based off of their credit score, it brings back a dividend amount. And because you are the secured party, go look up secured party that gave them the access, they owe you. You are in agreement with them, but they didn't flip it around like you got to pay them. Why? Because they flipped the security interest. Why? Because they asked you for it and you gave it. Go read your contract. Do you give us security interest? Do you give us security interest? So you just told them they can have all your interest, but guess what? You didn't tell them they can have all of it. Come on now. You said you can have security interest. You giving away security interest don't mean you gave up your portion. So how do you make sure that you can hold them accountable with no ifs, ands, or buts? In a system that they built, they forgot to tell us how to use it. These systems is not available for us to go on there, type, putting my information in. They're not in there all willy-nilly unless you are able to get it. But you have to understand what you do for the state side is not the same thing that you're going to do with these private collectors. But does it start on the state side? Yes, there's two different things, public and private. So what do I do in the public to get myself right? I'm going to make sure that I'm registered properly. And somebody just asked me, can you do all of this without a birth certificate authentication? So let me explain the authentication for y'all that don't realize it. So y'all remember when I said that each state is a part of the union, right? Matter of fact, hold on. Let me get it so y'all can see. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna go downstairs so I can show y'all what this actually means and what the authentication means. And they are trustees. Some of them, well, or fiduciaries too. You have given these people fiduciary duty. So now You gave them duties and don't know what they is. So go look up the fiduciary laws, which you got to write as a customer who has assigned a fiduciary. What can you tell them to do and not do? Right? That's how y'all got to think about this. So I hired you, the bank. You hired the bank to be your security transfer agent. You hired the bank to transfer your money to make more money. Because the way the law is set up, you have to be registered with the Security Exchange to be a security transfer agent. The only way you're going to get to the Treasury is through the agent. So you have assigned Chase as your security transfer agent and fiduciary. Mm. And you ain't even tell them what their job was. That is what the purpose of the security agreement is. Okay? But if your account ain't set up right, that's not gonna work. If you walk in, if you can pull up the Chase right now and walk up to their door, you at the wrong building. Because it's not that. But you have to be in the proper status. You have to be on paper right. But if you want to do a full, you want to give them something they can't refuse, I'm going to make sure that I have the right to do this as well. Because I registered myself in the proper systems. So that's what that is. But hold on, y'all. I have to pull out my birth certificate. And like I told y'all, it's more than one birth certificate. I got the, because remember, everything started in your county, correct? I put up the diagram, showed them how they move, how they created the birth certificate, and where it goes. So you have a birth certificate at the county level, and you have one at the state level. Okay, your one at the county level is the one that got all the meat, greens, and potatoes in it. And to show y'all, because I have both, let me cover. Even though my parents is gone, people are weird, so I'm gonna cover up their shit. People be weird, and I don't have no time for the weird shit. Okay, so your birth certificate at the county level is the original documentation that was turned to create you in that corporate status. Okay, so you're gonna want one of these, but here's the difference. So you see, it got the seal as the seals, but if you notice, my mother's signature is there, and what did they call her? They called her the informant, right? But you see, this is from the county of. So this is this one. But now the state one, hold on. But now the state one looks like this. This is an abstract of this, the original. The original even feel different. It feel like money. Okay. So then you got this one from the state. But the difference is on the back of here, it says it's valuable. Okay. So the reason of authentication, which is why I came down here, is the authentication is only saying that this is a lawful document that is actually real and it can be used in any court for full faith. So if you see it says all official acts such as should be given full faith and credit in all courts of justice and elsewhere. Okay. So your trust, my estate started in Michigan. It started there. But now I now live in Texas. This means that my estate just moved and is able to get full faith and credit, right? How do they know that you moved? This is why you got to get your birth certificate your driver's license within a certain time when you move to a different state. So once you do that, they transfer your trust that they created with the original birth certificate over to your new state. So every state that you've been in has utilized your trust and got money for you, and they all fucking owe you. They all owe you. And back to the how I talked about the county before I left. Where did I say it started at? It started off in the county. So there you go. Posting them already on my page. I sure did. Someone called my phone. Can y'all hear me? Whoa. Can y'all hear me? Somebody tell me if you can hear me. Oh, okay, good. I was seeing that somebody was like, we can't hear her. We can't see it. Y'all didn't see it? Oh, okay. It's on my page. I reposted it. But basically, the only thing the authentication is saying that this is an authentic document, right? And that everywhere you go, it can be used in all courts and elsewhere. So you know that you see that they put the word court and then they say elsewhere. Well, where is elsewhere? Anybody that you're doing business with, right? So that's why that's like that. But they look different. If you want your county one, you got to order it from your county, not the state vital statistics office. You order it from your county, and then your other one is through your state. You said my screen was off the whole time? No, it wasn't because I seen it. Oh, they cut my screen off? My bad, y'all. Because on my end, let me see something. Y'all tell me if y'all see. Okay. Can y'all see? You couldn't see the documents. Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, they're on my page somewhere. But the point is, the authentication is just transferring your state over to every state that you reside in or that you do business in for them to capitalize. Which is why when I say you got to go to the county clerk, and y'all seen me down at the county clerk in Texas, and y'all like, but this bitch was born in Michigan. Why is she there? Because they transferred it. Why I got to keep flying back to Michigan to get my money? No, boo. The Texas want it. Guess what? Let me get it. You made it easier for me to get it. And Texas is a good state because of the way that they do things. I don't know. For like 20 minutes, I thought you was paused until. So they must have blocked it, y'all, because I was literally looking at the screen, looking at it. But just order your birth certificate from the county. You thought I was on pause? Oh, they playing with y'all playing with me already, IG. They like, this bitch is what? Telling them all this stuff. Can y'all hear me? Oh, blur, but we know what you're talking about. Okay, good. Maybe it was supposed to be blurry for y'all not to see it. Hell yeah, Texas is a shit. It sure is. We got a lot of unincorporated counties down here too. So when you buy land and stuff down here, you own everything because the city don't own it because it's not incorporated. Because yeah, even cities are incorporated. But yeah, that's it, y'all. That is it. So I will continue going through all of my videos and those that are worthy for y'all to gain a proper foundation. I'll drop them. I don't care. And I will just say, make sure if y'all are filing anything, that you make sure that it's filed right. Don't just take anybody's word for it, not even mine. Okay? You go look it up for yourself. I am just here to lead you to the door that you're going to have to turn the handle on and open it to get through it. That's it. So I'm going to do that to the best of my ability. Um, and that's just about it. You have to either catch on or I'm sorry. Y'all know I don't hold hands and I'm not. I feel like I'm giving y'all the tools. Like all of these people who you see get wins, they don't have no side conversations with me. They take what I told them. Okay? They take what I told them and they did what they were supposed to do. So that's that. the key maker of the matrix. I'm just trying to get y'all. We trying to get to the finish line. Cause I see they doing all type of stuff. I say, holy lordy. Like I had to start. I told y'all I unplugged, so I didn't know no bills passed. I ain't reading. Man, I felt so good. Did not have a care in the world, right? So I've been today catching up on the things Trump did because there are some things that changed, right? It changed that quick. But y'all know the elite said it though. It said in one or two. I'm gonna find that recording. It's on definitely on YouTube, but I'm gonna find it because I posted it before. And it is the elite talking, and they said that if one or two people, look how the faith in humanity, these motherfuckers said one or two people. If we have one or two people that figure our system out, we have enough in our arsenal to combat it. I'm going to find that recording because it did something to my soul when I read it. Like, when I heard it, I'm like, oh, they trying to play in our face. They're trying to play in our face. They're trying to say that we'll never figure out their system of bullshit. And so every time something works, and it'll be working and working, and then the masses get on it, it doesn't work any longer. Y'all like, it don't work no more. And, oh, it couldn't have worked because it didn't work for me. No, they have enough in their arsenal to combat it. And they everything, because this has been a long process. I promise you. I didn't just wake up and I'm here. Man, I promise y'all I was y'all at one point. But the difference is I kept reading, I kept going. And as soon as something would stop, I'm like, guess it's always a way to do something. And the system is not set up for us not to be able to do it, right? But y'all that been at this for a minute, y'all to get stuff, that should be working. And then you get on it and it's like, well, why it's not working? Stamp endorsing the PO process with the car. Y'all heard that? That was me. The stamp endorsing, I made the stamp company have to make the stamp. So many people ordered it. That was me. It's on one of the videos. You know what I'm saying? The promissory note thing where you go into the dealership and you make sure that they give you the PO, make sure it's not an estimate, it's a PO, and you make sure that the agent that you're working with sign it so it could be a full contract, and then you go home and you find their indenture trustee in their assignment form and you put pay to the order of or whoever it is, and then you sign it, and then you take it back. Oh yeah, that was me too. It was working. I proved it myself. Other people proved it too. And then it just stopped. Oh, you can't give out no POs no more. Something else in their arsenal. But what I learned during this process, instead of me trying to find is always a way around it, I'm like, well, the instructions got to be, if they created the game, they created the paperwork, they created the system. So all I got to do is learn how to play the game. It's all they shit, y'all. You gave them power, take it away. Girl, federal probation. With a 2848, oh no, we revoke you. But guess where the information is? If you pull up a 2848, y'all just be pulling up the paper looking at right. No, pull up the instructions. My God, the instructions. The reason I tell you to put revoke all years, all periods, because it's in their instructions. I believe line number 7 in the instructions. Better yet, you want to know how to really understand a 2848, pull out the IRS circular that goes with it to tell you all about it, to tell you how to fill it out. This shit ain't rocket science. But because we as a people feel, though, that the system is hard, we think that they made it hard. So we're doing all of this shit, and it ain't that hard. You just got to understand what you're doing, why you're able to do that, where does it say that you can do that, and how you do it. Why do you think when you go to these places, they all say, we can't help you fill out the application? Because if you ask them, ask and shall receive, they will have to show you the proper way to fill it out. So that's why they make you fill it out up under your own accord, saying that you understand and you have signed. You have been the trustee of your all caps name all your goddamn life, and you didn't know you was a trustee and a fiduciary and the beneficiary. Okay. All your life. And you're the grantor. The grantor, you're the trustee, you're the beneficiary. You. So learn how to operate your role and play that motherfucker. That's the best thing I can tell you. That right there is the best thing I can tell you. Okay, I need my money. You don't want to give me my money? Okay, no problem. Now, do we understand that sometimes they still, you can file the proper UCCs, you can have, and them motherfuckers will still be like, because they are so used to taking from us. They will be so mad, how the fuck did you figure this out? But we're still going to hold out as long as we can. Okay, so then what's the next step, right? You got 2 ways that you can make sure that they fucking pay you. Y'all using the courts wrong. Y'all signing motions and not petitions. Y'all asking for shit instead of saying, give me a prayer relief. Right? Yeah. Filing the right stuff in the right court to invoke equity is a motherfucker. Everything is equity. Equality. Didn't they fight for equality? Where equality, the word equality came from. That's what I'm saying. Can you remind me where you see it? You get your Blue Lotus from. I have a local um, herb shop that I go to down in the outdoor market. What type of release? I don't know. I don't even know. Yeah, petitions. When you ask for a petition, you're talking under equity. When you ask for prayer relief, you're talking under everything is equity, equality. Didn't they fight for equality? Like everything is equity, right? So you just gotta learn how to work their system, y'all. It's not that hard. They gave you the answer. They gave you the sheets, and more importantly, y'all got to believe in y'all. But I'm gonna do what I can, but I'm not going to. I'm not gonna force it. I'm gonna drop what I know, and you're gonna have to pick it up, and you got to keep going. You cannot depend on me, as y'all see. Talk to me today. I'm gone for 90 days, right? That part, because anytime I feel like I need to, I'm going to do it. Right? Because it takes a lot for me to be me, but I'm okay with it. But all I can tell y'all is that, as I said, and have been saying, time is winding down. If you can't see that time is winding down, if told y'all these companies about to go bankrupt and they're gonna restart, but if they go bankrupt and you filed a lien on their ass, they got to pay you before their bankruptcy can go through. We can stop the whole shit. Do y'all understand that if it was enough of us, we can stop exactly what they're trying to do? Because they can't bankrupt. They can't pay off their debts. Because guess what? They're going to call you like, well, such and such is about to go bankrupt. And you going to be like, not till they pay me. And then boom. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to tell y'all what these people about to do. And I've been telling you, I've been seeing it. There's such and such going bankrupt. Such and such going. I said, I told you. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. Trying to help you. Because see, when your account sits under the name of the trust, the irrevocable trust, they only can do what you say. They can't do nothing with the account. So guess what? When they go bankrupt, they can't take all your money. They got to give it to you. Why? Because you are the one that is the responsible party for your account. The IRS, the form that the IRS send, and that 1099-B that they got to send, and that 1099 OID that your bank got to send. Guess who they got to get the paperwork to when they are no longer over it, even though your account is there? You. They got to give it to you so you can file it. You assign these people to file your taxes. You assign these people to make money for you in the stock market and bring you back the residuals. And that turned into them taking all our shit. Duh. What? Figure out their rules, their manuals, and their handbooks. You could get any jobs, employee handbook. You want to know what they're supposed to do as a trustee, the Indenture Trustee Act. This shit that I've been saying, like if you way go back, it was reasons I told y'all to read them. It was reasons I said the 8K, 10K, read them. But guess what? If you want to be big dog, like the big dog, register yourself. That's what you do. If you want to go through the process. It ain't easy. Is it worth it? So you got more than one way, but a lot of ways to be able to achieve your goal where you are running your own life. Okay? So yeah, y'all. That's that. So the clerk can do it too. County level. I think I said that too. Oh, y'all hearing? Yeah, y'all need to go back and watch some of my lives. I started to go to the clerk. I'm telling you, I look. At least if y'all gonna get the information, get it right. Okay, get it from the one who actually put in labor, and not because I'm just trying to sell somebody some shit. You know, I want to feel important. I'm so important. I don't need to feel it at all. But I see y'all about to get railroad down the motherfucking railroad on just a lot of shit. Nobody in particular. It's just what I'm like, what? Where did this come from? And they doing what? Oh my God. And I'm like, they're going backwards. But those people who really was putting in the work, DeAndre, Tyrell, them people, I knew they was gonna be okay. I knew it. And they are. They steady going. They went deeper. You understand what I'm saying? And they gonna take apart this motherfucker live and they gonna be like, wait a minute. I like when I tell y'all tonight, I literally gave y'all the answer. If I never say nothing else, this live, I just told y'all what to do. I don't know what to tell you. I told you what to do. But like you said, like I said, you have to be able to stand on it. Like, dude put the 20 and then the PO. Like, she didn't go into big detail, so dude did all of the paperwork. And the SPO called him in. Now, we talking about this federal, so, they mad as fuck, and they did 2848 and cease desist and all that good shit. So they want to try to strong arm this nigga, like, and they got there and they all was standing in the room trying to do intimidation. A motherfucker who just took a template would have been scared you to sign your life back over. No, I'm sorry. Us who know, because he knew what to do. He was able to stand on it. And guess what? They had to stand out his fucking way and let him out the door. Now he's done. Now we're going back to get that money on. That's a federal case too. That's a lot of money. Oh, that warrant got a lot of money attached to it. Yeah, you ain't gotta ask the governor for no pardon. You ask that bitch for your money. Him and the attorney general, no. Motherfuckers asking the governor for a pardon. You better ask for your motherfucking money. And tell the IRS that they got the money too, because the courts get paid by the IRS. Do y'all know that their checks come from the IRS? If y'all got anybody that work down in the court, ask them what name is on their check. It's the IRS. So that means you got to report. They stealing money and they work for the IRS. Court case 2848. That motherfucker, get it out your way. Okay, then turn around and file your 1099. Oh, and file your 1099B because it was a barter. You make sure um, the acknowledgement box that it's going to go to is to the clerk. You understand what I'm saying? So now you done got rid of the case and they had to release your securities that they got off of the bond. And they made the bond from the warrant. That's why the warrant comes first. If you look up warrant, it's on my page. It tells you what it is, the right to transfer securities. Warrant. So they need the warrant first so that they can make the bond. And then once they make the bond, so the warrant number is connected. And that's how you get when the check even come back, it'll say the state of Arizona on the side, it'll say warrant ID number. And it was the same exact number of the warrant. Hell yeah, Larry, who was you doing 2848? See, it's a little bit harder for him right now, though, because he's already in. But see, that's why it's important to have power of attorneys and trustees and things in place. If something like that happened, then they can stand in the gap. You literally just gave up the sauce. Man, I'm trying to help them. Man. Can you do a 1099 a divorce case? What do you mean? You can do any case, but 1099 divorce case for what? You definitely have all this in your notes from different lies, right? Only a motherfucker that's trying to feed y'all fluff is gonna say something different. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, like, I don't change. This shit it's not. Y'all just, they paperwork, y'all. They paperwork. Learn their paperwork. It's for you to learn it. It's for you to have. It's for you to use. You use that shit, they can't tell you no. Then they gonna get to send you demand letters. I'm gonna post a couple from a couple different people to show you. I got people that out here still doing their shit. Man, they lean back all the way on them people that said the demand, like, we demand you to take it off. Because guess what? You are the only one that can take it off. But there's been some changes with that too, so I need to let y'all know that. But yeah, only you can take it off. But that's your proof that they ain't got no proof you owe them. What, the promissory note? Do you know that a perfected lien outweighs the promissory note? Why they don't have a perfected lien on nothing? Because technically they can't. It's supposed to be you. You granted the security interest, guys. The security. What is the security? The original application. What application? Any application you didn't put your name and your address on, your social, not your social. As long as you put your name and your address and you signed it, if you signed it, there is a collateral security. And they went to the treasury and got the original money for it. And then they sold everything else. Whether if it's a house, if it's a house, they sold the deed of trust to Fannie Mae. Fannie Mae seller's guide is available. You wanna know what they did? They sold it to Fannie Mae and made Fannie Mae the beneficiary, and they did it under a irrevocable trust, which is why they always say irrevocable trust can barely be broken, and they are correct, which is why they put it in an irrevocable trust. But if you go put in a petition and a prayer of relief to stop any foreclosures based off of this, and this, especially when the UCC and it says, baby, you won't lose your house. They are the transfer and the servicer. They have no right. No, they don't. But you told them they can. You are absolutely right. TJ, you are absolutely. Let me pin his. He's absolutely right. They are just the transferor and the servicer. He said they have no right to collect. They didn't have a right to collect until you signed something saying that they can. You signed it. So now why you see the importance of removing the jurisdiction that you've given these people. We give power to everything that's running because something we signed ignorantly, not understanding what we was reading because they gave us Webster's. That's why you have to study to show thyself approved. So now go back and take back what you're doing and understand that the birth certificate situation and everyday automobile contracts, that's not the same life. Those ain't the same things, and it's a different level of education that you have to put yourself through. They are not the same. You can't be doing the same shit. But I'm tired of American Express and Discover and all of these damn companies capitalize, and then they got the audacity to about to go bankrupt. They about to go busy bankrupt. They trying so that they can reinvent themselves. And you would never know that they went bankrupt because the name will stay the same and it may have a little something in it, or they may sell it off to their shell company. They'll put it on the news, but you watching Diddy, the Diddy trials, right? And then you don't realize that they announce all of these people's bankruptcies because if you have a claim against them, then that's your time to file within a certain time frame. And you don't, so all of their debts that belong to us, is now discharged. What? And they didn't pay us? Why didn't they pay you? Because you didn't make them aware of the fact that you have an interest as a secure party into parts of this company. So how do you do that? You put yourself on the goddamn record properly. So when they start trying to go bankrupt, they're gonna send you letters. They're gonna ask you to take it off. Which is why so many people who have done this right, they my people, they're getting demand letters. They are demanding them motherfuckers take it off. They like, you. They can't do nothing. And then if you don't pay me, after I send you a demand letter, right? After I file this perfected lien, you better know how to perfect it. Then I'm gonna send you a demand letter, say you got so many days to pay me my money. And when you don't, I'm gonna put you in equity court, which is through a petition, through the courthouse in my state. Every last one of y'all got one in your state. It's all in how the petition is written. Everybody that's down there is playing two roles. Do you want to get the one that tell you what to do, or are you going to get the one that you tell them what to do and then they enforce it? You go back up under God, where you get the judge to not sit as an administrative law judge, but you have him in his pastoral position because he both. That's how you win against the system. Get y'all shit together. I filed a 1099B on Robinhood. As soon as I seen they filed one claiming they paid me $300K, hit them with the same. Next thing you know, credits on my transcript. That's right. Now get them off of your transcript. Get them off of your transcript. Tell them to pay you. Tell them to pay you, CJ. Send me a message. But yeah, tell them to pay you. I found the federal account symbols and titles, the fast book. I got that book too. You didn't take your securities back. You didn't POA in 2048. Court case do a 1099A and 1099B. The first thing you need to do is get rid of that. Look, let me tell you something. It's levels. If you about to file some barter forms and stuff, if the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take away their rights, because that can piss them off. So you remove the fact that they about to be pissed off and they can't touch this, and then you continue doing. Yes, you do file a 1099A, you do file a 1099B when it comes to that, but there are other things to do first before you do that. Or you got to do it simultaneously. You're supposed to be filing that on every single thing that you get. Every single thing that you get. And see, what happens is, even if you didn't feel the motherfucker all the way outright, and I'm just really being fucking honest, if you don't put no numbers, because you don't know them, but you fill out the part right about who is who and where is where, or the IRS is going to send it to them, then they're going to automatically send you one. It's going to be the corrected one then, and then you can properly file, right? Because what they're going to do is they're going to do a corrected one so that they correct it. So the best thing to do is the day that you get something, you go buy a car tomorrow. I will go home with my VIN number and all of that. And as soon as I got home, I'm going to file an acquisition form, because that was just an acquisition, right? And then there was a barter. That's what they do. Yeah, petition them through equity court to compel performance. And every state has an equity court. Whoever your highest court down there, they got two sides. They all look the same, though. They plain in our face. You ain't got to take them to Delaware. Take them to your court. And then if it's over a certain amount, you can hit equity via federal side. But you got to know what the equity rules is. I told y'all a long time to pull it up at your state level. It's going to tell you every damn thing. Because if you pull in equity on the state side, you better know what it say, so that you can use that to get your win. No, excuse me, your prayer for relief. Because that's exactly what it's called, prayer for relief. You better get to pray. You know what they say? Pray. Because we pray. You better go pray. And then God say that when we pray, we get what we ask for. Okay, then. But instead, these people are praying, P-R-E-Y, on us, when we supposed to be P-R-A-Y-E-R on them, so that we can get the riches and glory that's in Christ Jesus. Ain't that what they said? They said it. I don't believe in no Jesus. I believe in God. Excuse me. But that character they built up, I believe in God. And they are acting as a pastoral. You want them to act in their pastoral capacity. So you have to put them in that capacity. How do you do it? White paper, black ink, and it is the words, the way that they're written. You better not put a USC in there. You better not put a CFR in there. That's all state statute. But you can use the state equity laws to your advantage. And if you can find them, look them up. Okay. Find out all of their equity and about lost property, which I've told y'all before I left. Even posted some for the state of Texas, and use those things to your advantage to win against the system. And it ain't even winning against the system, right? I don't look at it as winning against the system. I look at it, you finally participating. You're no longer a bystander. You learned the rules. The ball has been thrown to you. You're going to be able to throw it back, right? You are now in this game that they created properly in your position, and you're winning. Checkmate. Checkmate. So that's all y'all gotta do, yeah. Yeah, praying on us. Let's pray on them. Ask and they shall receive. I keep telling y'all when y'all do y'all trust, you gotta have bylaws. My bylaws all came out the Bible. Send you my relative details. I'm about to buy a house in Texas. Sure, I'll send it to you. Now that discharged my student loans with the IRS, IRS sent me a letter about it and basically saying I have to pay taxes on it. How can you? You got to switch it around. You did a barter with them. Your student loans was a contract. So this is how they get us. They put they self in our position, trading places. So that's why the IRS said you owe taxes on the no. Now you're going to fill out a 1099-B. Make sure you hit the corrected form. Okay, flip them boxes and put them down as the debtor, you down, okay? In the reference box, put your student loan account number and you send it to them. And they're going to have to now do it corrected and the taxes go on them. We are paying these companies taxes when and everything is taxes. Everything is taxes. When they are the ones who got the money. So they are the ones that's supposed to pay it. So they're taking all the shit and giving us all the risk. We got to file taxes and these billion. No. 2848s. 56 your trust to own, to have fiduciary over your all caps. You see what I'm saying? And start filing back on these motherfuckers. Everything is taxes. But you better do it right because you cannot be playing with the IRS. Don't be making no checks, sending them to them. Don't do none of that dumb shit. Learn how to use the system right. Because they're using it on you. Revoke their power. Make yourself the responsible party. I did that in fourth quarter, I told you. I'll make yourself the responsible party so you can get the notifications from the IRS that they're getting on your behalf as an employee. Because every place, credit cards, cars, whatever, they have you down as an employee. There's going to be an employee ID number on any paper you get from the IRS when you become the responsible party. You will send a 1099. Why? No, you don't send it to NailNet. You send it through the IRS, and the IRS is going to send it to NailNet. Equity is done through equity courts, and every courthouse in your state, the highest level of court, you're not going to see a sign that says that though. The only way to get on that side of the court is by making sure your documentation say the right thing. I don't need y'all don't come out here jumping no edges. Don't be like, oh, they said they ain't got this court. Now, I don't care because I'm telling you, and I'm not going to say it again. Right? It's your responsibility to now find it. Okay? And if you understand equity, go read the equitable laws, as I've said. Like, y'all ain't been on my page doing nothing because they're on my page. They're on my, and the lost property, abandoned property, abandoned. Just like you do the 1099-A for acquisition, they do that. Then they turn around and file a 1099-B for abandonment and say, we left the money and ask the IRS, can they have it? And it's now it's considered a gift and they don't pay taxes on it. All the money that you're leaving with these companies, depending on the contract, 3 years, 5 years, 9 months. When it comes to a court case, 9 months. They do the acquisition of the original collateral security for the warrant. And then when that matures, right, they hold on to it. But they're able to use it for 3 years. That's why you can only go back 3 years on taxes. I've said this before. I know I have. Then after 3 years, that same company is going to file a 1099-A for abandonment and ask the IRS, well, Tamika left her money. Can we have it? And then they say, yeah. Then the money that you're paying them every month, they are saying that you are gifting them. It's gifted to them. Like it's ties or some shit. Right? So that's what I'm saying. They got your money. So know how to use it properly, though. Yeah, if you send it to them, they're just going to laugh and destroy it. You don't send it to them. There's only certain courts that got chancery court, so you wouldn't call it chancery court, depending on your state, though. But it's all in I'm gonna have to put up a diagram. I got the one for. I'm gonna put up Georgia so I can show y'all what I'm talking about. It's not gonna say the word chancery. You better not go in there asking for no damn chancery. Only certain states that got like Delaware got chancery court in there. Tennessee got chancery court in there. But if you are doing business in your state, why would you need to go to another state to conduct business? Think about it, right? If you got a public side of your state, which for me is the state of Texas, then I have a private side of my state, which is Texas Republic. That means that somewhere where I live have these actual services up under Texas Republic. So how do I put myself up under Texas Republic? I use the proper terminology so that they are made aware who I am. So let's go back to the beginning of this call. For y'all who just got to have a driver's license, right? You're scared or I don't know, your work or however the case may be. But if you choose to have one to get you in the system properly, you have to get on the record that you're a live person. So when you die, who come get you? When can they call your death? Once who get there? A medical examiner. But did you know you can go to the medical examiner and be alive? They got a form for it. Go look for it. And it's considered an exemption. So you're no longer operating in the capacity of a corporation for the state as an employee for the state. You are alive. That part. I know that's right, Lynn. Probate. You are right. Yep, you are all right. It's all given estate tax. Like he just said, it's all given estate tax. It's supposed to be used for the estate, right? And I tell you, your estate move when you move. But the corps are claiming that we abandoned it with the 1099A because we never made a claim on the accounts. Then they keep it for 3 years. But where does it go after the 3 years? Right? Where does it go? The county? Abandoned property? Look your name up. You got to check for you. So you know if it's a public side of that county, it's a private side, which is why I told you, you go to the clerk for your estate. If you own the records properly, it just makes sense. Y'all just got to make it make sense. Every state is two. Yep, it goes to the abandoned property. So you have to go get the abandoned property. You got to get the abandoned property. It goes to the county that you live in, of the state you reside. That's correct. And so that's what the authentication does. The authentication is saying that is the accurate document that can be used in any court and elsewhere. So they literally transfer your estate every time you move to a new state, and they know you in a new state when you start conducting business, like getting mail sent to your address, or you get your driver's license, or etc. This is how they know that you've transferred to this state. So then they, through the union, contact the old state you was in. Like, it's our turn. We about to bank. But guess what? They have your whole estate because it has to move with you, right? So now that state is getting all your money, plus they're making more money, and it's going to sit in an account that they're going to say that we fucking abandoned. And by the time a Trump term it's or before the end, it's going to be like, yeah, we are bankrupt, and they're going to steal our money. Now you see where they're trying to go bankrupt? No, go get your money. Go get your money. I showed y'all dude on the Senate floor months ago saying we have given all the money to the state. The federal government seized all of this shit from these companies. They seized it. And because they're saying they don't know where we are because you're dead, they didn't say they ain't know who we are. They said they don't know where we are. They had to give it to the state. So now you got to go prove to the state that it's yours. And where do you get it from? You get it from where it originated at. Where did it originate at? The county level. The county level made the first initial bond for it to turn into a security, and then they sold it. The diagram is on my page. But now doing that with the state is different than you the companies that you're dealing with right now. That's something different you got to do if you want to start reaping the benefits of that now. But things that has been lost and abandoned, these court cases and all of this shit, it's just sitting there. And if you read your county rules, which I put up Texas, I think I put up Michigan's too, it tell you that the state has the right to use the abandoned property until the rightful owners stand up and say it's theirs. And when they do, they have to give them everything that was made on the account. But they do have the right to use your security to help out the county and the state that you're in, but they got to give it to you when you ask for it. So now the question is how the fuck do you ask for it? That's all I'm trying to get y'all to see. That's what I want y'all to see. How do you ask for it? Okay, go pick up that shit and go read it. They tell you how to ask for it. Remove these people authority. Remove it. Either remove their authority or correct it. The bank should be working for you. So it's not about you beating the system. It's about you joining the system. You are now playing along in a gang, and you're not an extra in this Hollywood movie. You're now, one of the leading people because you're leading your own life. In the midst of chaos, in the midst of the world crumbling down, you are leading your own life. Okay, y'all? You ain't got a petition for ownership. A petition for ownership for what? You already own it. I have 2 letters from the FOIA telling me to now mail it to the Department of Homeland Security. They back doing that. I showed y'all another way that's not free to be able to get your letter of citizenship. But if you put yourself in the system right, you ain't got to go there. Is it correct? The state tax exemption is $13.99 million per year. Yes, it is. That is very much correct. That you can spend under your estate $13.99 million a year without having to pay any taxes on it. Which means, let's say you got a car or a house that was $200,000. When you do your taxes on that, the IRS gonna give it back to you without any taxes taken out, right? And you got up to $13 million a year as an exemption every year. Because it's 13 months really in a year. Okay? They played with us, but for y'all that believe it, that's up to you. But they did play with us, all right? So it's really $1 million a month that you're able to use. So that's why they got it at 13 million. So when you file the 1041 and you file it correctly with all your 1099As and your Bs from bartering with these companies and reporting, they're going to have to pay the taxes on what they got. Because remember, they use your security to get a loan. Y'all know that, right? They use your security to get a loan from the treasury. Okay. So, but you are owed the principal. So you won't pay any taxes on it under the gift tax, but they will have to pay their taxes. And then you'll get yours back. Now, if you file it up under a regular 1040, which I don't suggest, you can, but I won't suggest, they're going to charge you a 40% tax. Now, when you're filing estate taxes, the best thing for you to do is when you do all your estate paperwork and you got your estate written and filed properly at the county levels, the state level, wherever you filing it, right? Where y'all know where to go file it. You better go down to your IRS office and put it on file. Any of your 2848s and stuff you're doing, yeah, you can do it online, but y'all so lazy. You can be a bot doing it online. I take it in. Especially if I'm about to send one to police or courts. Oh, yeah. I go right down to the IRS office and get whatever I want stamped. These 2848s revocation or whatever. When I know they got in the system, I ain't waiting on no mail. Because when y'all send it in regular mail, you're on the public side. When you do it on the computer, you're on the public side, right? So when you get to filing your estate taxes, guess what? They ain't gonna take long to pay your shit out. Why? Because you already solidified yourself online. Online. I mean, in their system. So they, instead of you doing one and you trying to do all these 1099 A's and B's, and now they're going to get to ask you for everything up under the sun to make sure you are even authorized to do this. Then they're going to ask for your trust. You're going to be waiting forever. Do it in the beginning. If you're about to be dealing with the IRS, do it properly. Do it properly. Why do you think that when you get a trust um, EIN number, you end up with the EFTPS number, the electronic system? Is it a way to tap into the electronic system the same way they do? Hell yeah. But is you gonna have to know what you're doing? Yes. Have I personally did it? No, I haven't. But I've had that number for a minute, so I didn't call the IRS. I'm asking them questions because that wasn't the field that I jumped off to. But I'm reading my papers and the circulars, and I'm like, wait a minute. So I know we got paper, but everything is electronic, and it is an e-state. So what do I need to do, and where do I need to be on the record properly? And I'm like, why did they give us this EFT CPS document saying that we do things electronically? And yeah, on the surface level, I know it's for you to pay your taxes and shit, but everything that got a surface got a bottom. So what are they adding at the bottom? So yeah, I started reading that. An explanatory statement, but they were asked for the social to finish process. I'm going through it now. What you going through, Dorsey? Because giving up the social is giving ain't shit. You shouldn't have to. Is this about a passport? Yeah. Well, the IRS Treasury do work for us. The Internal Revenue Service do not, because they're, y'all know it's a two difference in the IRS. And then my backup page, y'all, I forgot all about my backup page, right? Until one of my followers, Huncho, today said it's so many GMs and stuff on my receipt dropper page. I know there are some fake ones, so I am going to pin it, or I'm gonna start tagging it in my posts, because there's lives and stuff on there. There's information on there that is not on Path to Freedom. So when they used to swipe my pages, I had to make another one. So there's some lies over there, and a whole lot of other stuff that's over there. But I'm gonna tag it so y'all can have both. Can I switch motions from petition to your foreclosure case? Yeah, because you want to go into the court of equity, honey. Foreclosure, you absolutely do. They're gonna rule with them, and the reason they're gonna rule with them is because, especially if you're in regular court. So remember what I said. They are foreclosing on the deed of trust. Okay? The promissory note that they sold to Fannie Mae. Fannie Mae is down as the beneficiary irrevocably. The only way to win that for real, with not having to keep going back and forth, you have to put it in equity. Okay? You're going to also have to look at your deed of trust, and whoever you named as trustee, you're going to have to revoke the fact that they're a trustee. The next thing I need you to do is go into your local newspaper and find the ad that they put in the paper to foreclose on your house. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all about to go through a foreclosure, or you ain't been paying your mortgage, if I was you and you were me, I would get the newspaper and do it online, whatever. And you're going to always check the ads. They have to, at least 4 weeks before they foreclose, they have to put an ad in the newspaper to foreclose. Now, the ad reads like this. I am paraphrasing, but I'm giving you all what you need. I, Tamika, trustee for Mary, is now going to sell this house because Mary told me I can. It don't say it like that, but it say it like that. There we go back with the power again. None of the foreclosures ads say that you owe them no money. It said that they are selling for the right of power to sell. Now, it does say that. That was granted by Tamika. Wait a minute. I told you can sell my house, and I did. Now, that same deed of trust, they sold to Fannie Mae for their seller's guides. But Fannie Mae's application that they fill out says that the money they're getting from Fannie Mae was not supposed to be used to buy the home. But this is the loan they're making you pay back. They defaulted, and because Fannie Mae is the beneficial owner, right? They're the beneficiary. They just fired their trustee, which is the name on the deed of the trust. The same way you can fire them. I hope y'all understood that way, right? So they're really not foreclosing on the house. They're foreclosing on the agreement that your bank made with Fannie Mae, but that money was not even supposed to be used to buy the house. They took that money and now they're changing. So yeah, it need to go on equity court, girl. You said that verbatim. I sent my passport application on the social in the 4 year with the original Constitution amendments and an explanatory statement with information pertaining to me to the Privacy Act. Well, the explanatory statement should say just a little bit more than that. So the thing is, you're asking for them to grant your explanatory statement because of the Privacy Act. Yeah, no, 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 no. Because no, because the state at that level they are almost like federal, but that's not what your explanatory statement should be. Okay. Um. You have to stop saying you're a state citizen because you're not. So if you're a Michigan, you're a Michiganian. So those are the things that you will put down based off of, and I can't think of the name of the book. I am literally drawing a blank, and I'm looking at the book, but I'm drawing a blank. Um, that's how your explanatory statement needs to be done. Um, and make sure you get it notarized, and then you give them that. Now, if you gave them the FOIA, if you wanted your FOIA to be a lot stronger, because they could have said, hell, you printed that out. Now, you can't get that authenticated. Just like you can get your court documents and court cases and things authenticated. So if you are trying to use the FOIA in order to, the GPO manual, thank you, somebody. Yeah, look in the GPO manual. It tells you all about it. And that's what your explanatory statement should reference or whatever, so that you cannot have to use the state's credentials that they gave to you, right? As their employee. And so it puts you on the do not detain list side, like it puts you a little bit higher, even though the passport stops that anyway if you never had a driver's license. But that's how you do with the GPO manual. You use the GPO manual. How you get into equity, go pull the equity laws for your state. And then make sure you get your it notarized. But if you've done the FOIA, if I was you and you was me, and you didn't actually get the certificate, get it authenticated before you give it to them. People who have gotten their FOIA authenticated, when they go back to get their um, passports, they've had no problems. But will I still do the 1041 tax plans? Um, I'll think about it. But if I do, it will be a requirement to get in. And the requirement is that if you don't have a trust that you can prove, I don't want your whole trust. You better, snapshot a part of the certificate of trust or whatever, or no, show me that it's been filed. That would be the only way you can be. If I was to do that, and I'm not saying I am, the qualification to get in is that you have to have a trust set up. Because there's no point in doing it. You ain't got no trust set up. Then what you gonna do, right? I only want to help those that are at that level to be able to be helped. If not, it's just more hoarding information. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't want you to hoard information. So if I do a 1041, I would do that. And now there's nobody that I can personally recommend. Now, I ain't saying ain't nobody out here, but I don't know. Yes, UCC for equity. Yes. Your state. You want to use your state equity laws. Not the right guy. You can get your FOIA authenticated. It has a federal seal on there. But yeah, if I was to do that, you would definitely have to have a trust set up. Yes, yes, yes. Can I do all my paperwork? The authentication on your birth certificate, it doesn't solidify. Yeah, you can, you can, because you're using your birth certificate where? Where are you using it at? Even so, even when you think about it, you're using it and it's authenticated, and you're taking it to the passport office under a corporate capacity. Then guess what they're about to use? Didn't the authentication say that they can use it anywhere? So whether it's authenticated or not, but where exactly are you really using your birth certificate for that? Can anybody tell me? What are you using for? Yes, you put your birth certificate in your trust. You're absolutely correct, whether it's authenticated or not, because it's yours. But everybody be talking about my birth certificate, my birth certificate. But where are you actually using your birth certificate for that? Can anybody tell me? Puerto Rico. Okay, so what are you doing with it in Puerto Rico? Prada, can I call you up? Because I just want to know y'all thinking. So ain't nothing I'm asking you. You're not wrong. I just want to know um why. Okay, where you go? Can you request to come up? Because I know it's a lot of new people too. I've been gone. I know it's a lot of new people. So I just want to know why, because everybody is fixated on, I need my birth certificate. I need my birth certificate. So I want to know why. The county got your shit already. As soon as you got their driver's license, or you let them know you was in their state, they didn't already switched your account, babe. It is where you live at the county's office. The bank, the treasury, the county records. Making a claim on it. Are you making a claim on it? Are you making a claim on it? It's already funded. It's connected to an account. And it matured when you turn 33. Somebody said Puerto Rico. Yep, your UCC, you're absolutely correct. That's why I say use all equity. The clerk or the brokerage, depending on the process you're attempting to do. Okay, okay, so the bank, the treasury, the IRS, and how many people have sent their birth certificates to these people and you have received a return off of it? File, so you're not dead at sea. Well, the birth certificate is saying that you are dead because birth mean death. You know everything they did opposite. So birth mean death. So to them, you are dead. The only person that can declare you not dead is the medical examiner. The same way the medical examiner say you're dead, go look for your form. You have one for each one of your states. Now I know that form, when y'all read it, it's gonna be talking about CDLs and this, that, and the other. Read the form. There's a spot to say private passenger. And because it is an exemption though. So, and this is how you get in part of the state system as being alive, a medical examiner. Matter of fact, hold on. I'll pull one for y'all. How do you perfect the lien, a UCC? That is filled out properly based on whatever you're securing. Correct. The infant is a decedent. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what y'all do, because the birth certificate is considered a security. So we had this conversation earlier, right? Now, can you attempt, and I'm going to say it like that, to get into a contract with a bank for them to be able to allow you the capitalization that where they make and you can, yes, that can be done. But baby, you got to know what you're doing, and that paperwork got to be right, right? Or we can do, as I stated earlier, that is a security. So legally, for you to be able to trade securities, that means that you have to be over the security, which you are because you put it inside your trust. Your trust is on the record at the county level. It's on the level at the probate level. Because if you really know how the county works and you want to make sure the county does not revoke anything or tell you that they can't file anything, there's a level before that. Well, what level is that? Well, goddamn, it's probate. But anyway, okay. Um, if you got yourself signed up within the security system properly, then yeah, you can do all type of deals with all type of people. You are able to do that. But is it going to be harder, especially in this day and time where they're hating that we are waking up and things? Yes, it'll be a little different. But y'all fixated on the birth certificate for yourself. Yes, is it good for you to have? Absolutely. Are you going to put it up under your trust? Absolutely. But whether you have the physical copy of the birth certificate or not, the county got your shit. You just have to, based off of the county rules, not state abandoned property, county abandoned property, and figure out from them, based off of their rules, how the fuck do I get my shit? That's how you do it. You are taking it to the bank security agent to pledge it on the stock exchange to profit from it. Can you legally do that? Can you legally do that? What I have seen them do, and it's on my page, people going into the bank, they taking it to the banker, they got all these letters and stuff together, and then they'll come back. I've seen it at Charles Schwab a couple times. They're gonna come back and say, oh, we got to send this to our lawyer's office, blah, blah, blah. You got all your stuff connected to it. Then they'll come back and say, oh, we couldn't do it. But if you look, you'll see if they give you back the original, which you better demand, you'll see DTC numbers and transfer numbers. So they actually did do it, but because you didn't come in there in the right persona, they actually just stole it from you, got money from you, then gonna turn around and say that you can't. Then they're gonna close your fucking account because they're gonna be like, you know too much. Y'all got that? That's right. Register with the SEC, but that's a whole nother different ball game. Hell, y'all ain't even made a trust that ain't registered. Y'all don't know how to get your securities. Y'all trying to play with the big leagues doing that, y'all. You got to know what you're doing. Is it impossible? Hell no, it ain't impossible. Everything is fucking possible. But baby, then you better know this like you breathe it and know what right bank to talk to and how to protect your security in the process of trying to do a deal with them where you have to wait till they say yes or no when you can go in there right and make sure they say yes. That part. And having it authenticated on the front ain't gonna just give you that. With a medallion, even with the medallion step on it, even with the medallion step on it, you don't have a legal right to do that. And before you get to giving a collaterals and shit like that, you better have an agreement on file with these people. But it ain't about not being able to do it. Are you going to be able to get them to agree via what you're trying to get them to do is the question. Are you going to be able to do that? And you can't do that based off of Path to Freedom said. You gotta like know and understand what their role is. And you learn that by figuring out what you hired them for. What did I hire you for? Got my full faith and credit letter from the Secretary of State Commonwealth. So now I create an affidavit of truth for the living trust. So I need to get the person. Whoa, baby, you ain't got to do all that. You don't have to. You don't have to do all that. And do you have the authorization to even do an affidavit of truth? Do you know what the requirements is for an affidavit of truth to really be the truth? Well, but why are you doing all of that? The county recorder won't register shit here. Someone said send it to Pima County. Because what do you do to make sure that the county clerk cannot refuse to file your documents. And then what are you trying to file? Y'all doing a whole lot of stuff. Does that come down to the Minnesota 220? To be a security intermediary. Oh, you took that class, huh? I know them words. Yeah, you can have them be a intermediary, but the question is, can you get them to get into contract with you for you to do that? Is what I'm saying. And it's going to take a lot more than a security agreement. I'm just saying. But hey, I hate that y'all. Ooh, y'all about to be out here at them banks looking crazy. Y'all about to be out here looking crazy. Correct. Notified notary signature. So where you gonna get it certified at? I know that's right, Dorsey. She got the right answer. He or she. I don't know if that's a guy or girl. Mm-mm-mm-mm. What do I do about co-owners of a property that don't pay anything? You have to get their names off of there. There you go, Devon. Straight gave it an answer. That's why y'all gotta know these people rules. What are they rules? Y'all keep going in there throwing laws and shit. Now, what are they rules? What is the requirements for a county clerk or a court clerk to file documents? Guess what? It's in their rules. Go read it. Y'all putting in motions and stuff that you read. It might need to be 10 point. You know what I'm saying? Font, a certain type of font, a certain type of spacing. All of this stuff matters, but you're only gonna know if you look up what their rules are. How to find a non-UCC paper and do it. What that mean? That's right, Dorsey. And you learned this from me. Y'all see that? Because I'm buying a house. What are some of the things I can do to make my process easier after closing? I have a mortgage video free on my YouTube. Click the link in my bio, hit my link tree, and go down to my YouTube. Hopefully, everybody that is on here is subscribed to my YouTube. There are 4 videos on there, like lots of them. They're all free. There's no cost. Oh, you doing a billing error? Oh, girl, you late, honey. We don't do those no more. DTE is giving me a hard time with my billing area. That's going to a hearing usually get this resolved. No, but following the UCC and your gaining your security back into that account will. Yeah, billing errors. You must be new. Hi. Are you new to this? I've never seen your name, but I have been gone for 3 months. Anything talking about some billing errors, some affidavit of truths, um, um. Today I'm gonna even say stop endorsing. We didn't tap them out on that. We on to the next door, right? And I'm trying to get you out to the end of the door. Not saying that it won't work. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that so many have used it because, like Step Dorsey, I came out with that 2 years ago, 2022, 2023. I'll have to look. And yes, it was no problem when it was just a few of us. Then when everybody, then they got this stop, they started ignoring you, but they were still getting your money. My goal is to show y'all how to go get. If DTE say you owe them $1,000 a month, that they're actually sending you $1,000 a month because that's how it's supposed to go. You got to gain back your power. You got to gain back your security interests. And how can you do that? Maybe I will do a updated UCC class. You are the truth with this information. I'm not just saying that to stroke your ego. And I know, well, thank you. And you know what? I am so humble. I am so humble. People would think my ego is bad, but it's not. But thank you. So maybe I will do an updated UCC class. I'll think about it. Yes, you're doing too much, Tires. And I ain't even about to say you go down that road. You don't even need to go down. I promise you, you don't. I went down that road for you already. So yeah, you don't even it ain't even that hard for you to gain back your power, baby. I promise you that. How do you join class? Well, right now I've been dropping all of my classes that I've had on YouTube. They're free. Click the link in my bio and go to Path to Freedom's YouTube. The information is there. You file a UCC on your unemployment. I know that's right. I hope on your addendum form you had the state name down there as well, because they took it and put it in the state trust. You can file a UCC on anything that is getting security interest from you. What happens if you change your New York license to New Jersey? You're gonna have to send New York and New Jersey a revocation of power that you gave them. Oh, done. You on a dinner date? Where you eating at? Thank you. Tell watch I said, hey. The only thing that altered the process is you not doing it right. It don't matter what state got your license. It don't matter none of that. Like a live class, yeah. I think I might do an updated UCC one for y'all. How do we recoup credits if vehicle was towed in auction? Barter. The vehicle was a gift. They gave you a vehicle and they took millions off of your security. Which one would you like? The millions or the vehicle? So as long as it's been within 3 years, file a 1099-B properly. They said I got a warrant out for my arrest. And the judge that order it don't even have out. That ain't gonna work, but we way past that. Take away their power. So if you got a warrant out for your arrest, that means you had some type of contact with them, with some type of contract with them. Whether you got pulled over, probation, or whatever. Revoke their ass, okay? 2848. IRS file it. Then you're gonna mail it to all the head people. Okay? You can also file a 1099-A. If this is a new case, you file a 1099-A on the warrant. Because remember, the warrant is the security. Okay? And then you make sure the acknowledgement goes to the clerk. I guarantee you it's going to be like proof be gone. Okay? And then you request your money after that is attached to the warrant. Also, no more warrant, no more people, and you motherfuckers got me money. That's the way I look at these people now. Right? You want to do business? We're going to do it. Because guess what? I know how to go back and get my money. Period. It's red pill, blue pill. Right? The blue is for the private. The red is for public. Right? So it's just, you have to operate and be two different people. Natural, spiritual. Red, blue. Living, spiritual. Right? And play the game with these people. Use these people as, oh, American Express ain't getting over on me. Guess what? I'm getting, we both winning. They're going to get paid because they're my security transfer agent. And by law, I have to get them 20%. But they didn't want to make 80% from me. So how do I stop these people from taking my goddamn money because they tricked me? Remove their authorization. And then under the guidelines and the rules of whatever capacity they're supposed to be in, give them a new debt terms and conditions. They gave you terms and conditions, get a ass on. You want to be in business, what you going to do? Just how you going to do it. Okay, you don't want to be in business. That's fine. I'm about to settle my account out. And you know what? All that money you've been taking from me, the IRS about to get you because, bitch, you got to pay your taxes. But yeah, now I got an exemption to $13 million a year. So who won? Me. Just do the court case. That's how you do the warrant. The warrant do have a warrant number. But if you don't have a warrant number and it's just a court case, the court case was turned into a bond. The warrant was turned into a bond, right? So when you move their jurisdiction, one, you're gonna remove all the head people at the court. You're gonna knock the court straight out the box, right? But don't forget, the court clerk is over everything. That's why the acknowledgement goes to her. Okay. If you're on probation, you got to have a probation department down. The district attorney's office, you got to have them down. All entities who had a hand, the police department, you got to have them down too. Don't want the police to bother you at all? Remove the fucking DMV. Revoke everybody's shit. Then you go back online because you have bartered all of your account numbers that's tied to an account that they are pulling from your estate. Then you make the IRS ask them where your money is. You file the proper documentation. The IRS gonna ding them like ding, ding, ding. They said that you got this now. Then you're gonna force them to do a corrected. Like I said, even if the motherfucker wrong, they are going to send you a corrected 1099B. Boom, file your own taxes. Why you think you're lawfully able to file your own taxes? You just been doing it wrong. So stop looking at these people like, oh my God, they're stealing from me. No, look at these people as you are allowing them to rob you blind freely. So go back and get it. These people are making money for you. So don't look at it. They're making money and then they tricked you and you're giving it to them. So undo everything you did. That's the easiest thing I can say to get out of this system. Undo everything you did. Okay? And then get them to asking you demands. And just like they ignore your demands, ignore them motherfuckers too. Pay me my money. You want me to remove this UCC? No problem. Pay me. And if you don't pay me within a certain amount of time, I'm gonna see you in court. What court is going to depend on which one I know how to handle. Am I going to take them in bankruptcy court or am I going to take them in equity court? Yeah, because I'm the creditor. Why you think when you file personal bankruptcy, anybody on this live that ever filed personal bankruptcy, when you were there, did any creditor show up? Nobody showed up. The only motherfucker there was you. But the meeting of the creditors and you the only one there should tell you was the creditor. Okay, you break down the 1099B concept for better clarity. Nope. What you can do is go to the irs.gov and pull the circular that goes with the 1099B and read it. And then with the 1099B, read the directions. And baby, there's your clarity. You can't find your court case bond number. The court case is the bond number. You're saving us so much energy. I'm trying. I promise you I'm trying. Look at the word. The employer filed a larceny charge. Everything is charged. They charge it everything. Charge it to the game. Okay, you want to charge me for this? That means that we in business. We in bed together now. Let me file on you. Let me let the IRS know that we in bed together so you can pay your taxes too. That's right. We are the lenders, not the borrower. The word said it. That's why when you in bankruptcy court, you the only one there. So about the meeting of the creditors, and you happy as hell, like, ooh, ain't none of them showed up. They got the discharge. And dummy, you just told them they can have all your money that was in your estate from dealing with all these creditors, these borrowers that you just put on the paper. You just told them, you ain't got to ask the IRS, can I keep it? Bitch, you just gave it to them. That's what a bankruptcy is. You let them have your shit. No, no, no. But do you understand that if you got it on the record that AT&T owe you and you just sent the man and they ain't gave it, you can make them go bankrupt. They gonna have to pay you. Baby, the DTC. So what the DTC is showing you is how the money is moving. Is it good to know all of that? Yeah. Because you can see everything of all the permissions that you gave the banks, right? And if you do decide to become, registered to do that, then you can use that too. But with the DTC manual and all of that is showing you how the system works, how Wells Fargo, who you hired, is working on your behalf. Is that good to know that so that you can utilize that if you're trying to get into a proper relationship with them, knowing what their duties is? Absolutely. You got Amex against the wall. Oh, you got a lot going on. Send me a message. I want to see it. Did you say before Amazon? Any account that got your name on it. If it got an account number, yes, ma'am. Your driver's license, your library card, your CVS Savings Club card, the Stove like Savings Club. Yeah, all of those cards are connected to an account that goes to your estate. Yeah, Amazon is a participant provider to the DTC. Y'all better go look that up too. How do you find all the companies are doing? Well, you're dealing with these companies as of right now. Those are the main ones. But if you order your early warning services report, and if you order your LexisNexis report, and for people who got homes, or anybody really, you can order your LexisNexis Clue report, CLUE, LexisNexis, and then you'll see all of the companies that's in that report that is banking off of your estate, because there's a difference in the credit report, which you get for Experian and all of them, and then you got the credit file. So the credit file is held at LexisNexis. So you absolutely want to get one of those because that is proving that you have a security interest in all of these companies who is reporting whether it's past or current. Okay. I'll take a BMW to court because they playing games. You should see the letter they sent me. You can send it to me. But why you taking BMW to court? That's when you supposed to when they come to y'all cars and y'all trying to take these people to court, where did it originate at? Where did the application originate at to become fraud? It originated at the dealership. So the first thing I would do is I would go down to my DMV and do a FOIA search over the bond that the dealer had to post to become a dealer. And then I would put a claim against their bond for fraud, dealer fraud. You can get about 25,000. I think that's the most. They're between 25,000 and 50,000 is what they buying they have to post. Right? Because the dealership is the one where the fraud started. So they took the original application that you filled out to get the vehicle. They sent that to the Treasury. But the retail installment agreement is who they sold to the financial institution, and the lien is really on them because it's their bill. So the first way to get BMW or any of these cars to leave you the fuck alone is you started with the dealer's fraud, right? You're going to also revoke the power that you gave the dealership to get plates for your vehicle. You're going to, because they use that POA to sign your signature on the retail installment agreement to be able to sell it, right? So the first thing you're going to do is remove that and hit them for dealer's fraud. You get their buy info from the DMV. The early warning service report, it goes only back so many years. 7 years. The debt goes over every 7 years. I'm about to do a 2848 on a DA who wants me to sign a deal literally 2 weeks ago. You can't just do it on the DA. You have to do it on all entities that's involved in that case. So it wouldn't be on the exact DA. It would be on the district attorney's office. Okay? It would be the courthouse. You got to remove all the big people. Don't just send one. And you have to make sure that you register with the IRS before you go to slanging papers at these people. And you can definitely file a 1099A acquisition because if it's a new case, they just acquired it. And I got them paying my next month balance already discharged 7,500 with them back in December last year, and now it's 53K under investments. Plus, I got a Bloomberg screenshot making them confirm. That's your money though. Fuck them talking about they settle out the account. The account was already settled out. Where is your they fucking discharge? Where's your $7,500 check? Because that's y'all put a DMV for dealer's fraud. And it doesn't. And how does it work with medical bills? And it doesn't matter what. Only the president can write a bill. That's a statement, a medical statement with a coupon attached. You do a FOIA for it for Texas, but that's a lie because Texas got their own form. Where did you go? Did you go to the tax assessor's office? In Texas, don't go to the DMV. Go to the tax assessor's office. I'm telling you because I know. Okay. Go to the tax assessor's office, not the DMV. But if you look on their website, they got a whole form for you to request their buying information. But do it under a FOIA. All banks use a charter. Every bank is up under the charter. Any advice to clear a credit report? I got a free video on YouTube that says recording um road to 750. You can use that. The way that you report them for not paying taxes on the account is by you filing the proper taxes and alerting the IRS that you've had dealings with them. That is how you report them. Okay, y'all? That's how you report them. They're not paying taxes because you're not saying anything. They don't know that y'all had any dealings because the only person that filed the 1099s was that company, right? But they put you down in the borrower position. You got to flip it. So until you do it, that's how you report them. Ain't no sending them no letter like ABC 123 ain't filed no taxes. Can you prove it? But no, you prove it by saying that you had business with them. So that's going to spark the IRS to send it to them like, wait a minute, you said this and they said this, not send proof. Then that's when they'll do a corrected. Boom, you good. That's how you report them. You're welcome. I got the CFPB, FINRA, OCC, Postmaster General, IRS, Attorney. I know that's right, but they still got your money though. Then we ain't got to go through all those processes no more. We ain't got to. If you know that it's pooled at something that's 23 million, and you want to know what account belongs to you, file the proper taxes. That's it. I said this before I left. We ain't got to do that long. All the bills are done the same. I don't care what type of bill it is, whether it's a student loan, whether it's whatever. It don't matter. It's all the same. Lord, I need y'all to just open your eyes. 53 under investigation. They need to pay you that. And see, to y'all like that's a y'all damn force their hand. There you go. I like that. Yes, infinite freedom. Damn, force their hand. Yes, right now they got the upper hand. Take back your power. I call my power back. When I do my taxes, do I do a spreadsheet? And usually how long does it take for you to get something back? When you do your very first one, that shit took about 9 months for the first one. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all, don't be like me when I started and didn't have my trust on file. They wanted all that shit. So now you just make sure that it's already there because it makes things go down smoothly. Okay? It makes things go smoothly. Then after that, I now I file every 3 months. You're supposed to file your taxes every 90 days. And I got tired of motherfuckers acting like they knew, so I went and figured the shit out my goddamn self and used myself as the test dummy to tell y'all how to do it. That's the ABCs, that's right. The ABCs of the 1099. You're doing business with like Stripe and all of them. Shit, that's just like they sent you a 1099K for anything over $600. Well, didn't the money have to go through their system first? So it's the same way with you. You're supposed to fill out a 1099K on them. Why you think all their EIN numbers are public? And make sure, because I can guarantee you they already filed them 1099s lead. So make sure you check that box that say corrected. If your LLC is owned by your trust, then it will also go up under the 1041. Need a quick bag? Yeah, ain't no quick bags in this game, baby. It's Navy Fed good to go for a trust. Yeah, I would think so. Navy Fed is a good credit union. Chase, Wells Fargo. Um, I got Fidelity. I got Charles Schwab. I got. It's good to have multiple ones. You force their hand by moving your hand. I just told you how to force their hand. I literally, when they get off this, I've always posted my lives unless they play with them. But go back and listen to it. I have literally told y'all on this call how to save your life. What if you don't have the amount of the court? You don't need the amount. They're gonna have to correct it. It don't matter if you ain't got the amount. They gotta correct it. So on the denial, we can do a 1099A and a B with the denial letter and cut out all. Yeah, girl, cut that writing off, girl. As soon as you filled out that application for American Express, it gave you a reference number. Am I right? Come on, y'all. Anytime you fill out something, it gives you a reference number. And now remember, I told you that the original application is the collateral security. That's the first piece of paper they get paid off of, right? Hell yeah, file a 1099A, which is why it says, and we went over this back in the beginning of this years ago, that they cannot deny you credit. So why can't they deny you credit? Because they turned in the application and they got paid off of it. That was the original security. So yes, you have to file a 1099 on their ass so that they can know, don't play with me. And I will file it immediately as soon as I got the account. The reference number, if you're denied, the reference number. And the reference number will go in the description box on the 1099. And I'm going to turn around and I'm going to file a UCC on that ass and lean that account because you opened it. You opened it and told me that you didn't. So to force their hand and make sure you get your money and your security, that's how you do it. That's how y'all do it. You don't need a birth certificate to open up a trust account. There you go. Messy Space Customs. The application fronts the load account. The application with your social, it was gives them the right to tap into the e-state, y'all. You had to give them permission. What do you have to put on the application? Your name, your date of birth, your social security number, your address. So they're able to go into your trust account because the state got it. Remember, the bank got the contract with the state. So they go into your e-state. Then it's everything else that they're using on the secondary market, right? But in the beginning, in the beginning was the application. And the application funded the account. The bank has their primary account connected because you need the middleman to get to them. And all the other accounts is done. And it's, the crazy part about it is when the Treasury send them the money back, the money is in your name. It has your name on there. But because you gave them trustee and fiduciary duties to sign your name, if y'all read your contract to say that you gave them permission to sign your name, right? Then now they sign over the check to them and then turn around and say you owe. No, the account was funded from you. And it started with the application. This is why they cannot deny anyone credit. But I'm telling y'all what to go do now. So they try to, even if they fucking deny you immediately. That's why y'all should all have accounts set up at your state level. Learn how to file these UCCs properly. Not just doing some shit. Don't fuck the system up for everybody else. Because you don't know what you're doing. Because the system going to reject it. And you're like, it don't work. Path to Freedom Live. Blah, blah. No, the fuck I didn't. Yes, the collateral account must be held in 100% cash. Come on. Who is you, Messy Space? You all right with me? I ain't never seen your name before. I've been on 90 days, but I know my name. The collateral account must be held in 100% cash, and the application is equivalent to cash. Do y'all hear that? That's why they can't deny you nothing. There you go, security, bro. You straight gave them the security interest. Mine was rejected. I got my number right away. You absolutely did get your number right away. So not gonna file on their ass. I bet you that it get overturned. Underwriting be like, oh fuck, they know a little, and they do. Bitch, they follow Path to Freedom. She's back. Did y'all miss me? Y'all make sure y'all listen to this conversation right here, baby. Let's see how many more times this shit about to be remixed. They about to do a remix. It's a remix about to go on. Yep. Operation Circular 10. Y'all know it. Y'all heard it here first though, right? Drop 100 if you heard it here first. Yes, let me see some honeys in the chat. Drop some honey. Mm. You missed me. Oh, I kind of missed y'all a little bit. Just a little bit. But I was enjoying myself, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. I was enjoying myself. I had a ball putting my baby 21st birthday bash together. Y'all know I'm extra as shit, and I was extra. When you know what I know, you can be real extra. But no, I enjoyed my time off. I needed it, but it was time to come back though. Y'all need me. Especially looking at this chat. Love. Y'all don't need me. Y'all just need guidance. You don't need Tamika. You just need guidance, right? So, but I did miss y'all a little bit though. I'm like I said, I know. They like she just done left. All that shit going on. It must have been true because she left. Motherfucker, I was with my feet up. Like, they said they got it. That mean I can take a break for a minute. All these people got it. Whew. I said, yes, I can take a break. I'm going to come back and people going to be winning and winning and winning, you know? But I see that, don't look like the case. There you go. Does it work when you put your application? It don't matter. It stops y'all thinking too hard. It don't matter what type of application. The application funds the entire account. The application lets them go into your trust your estate. That's right. Everybody need to focus on the root issue. That's right. I like you, Messy Space. Send me an email, a DM. Make sure I friend request you. I sure couldn't pour from an empty cup, and I was empty. I was empty as hell, y'all. Cause quiet, y'all know I keep it 100. My little feelings a little hurt in the beginning. I'm like, I'm so tired of being there for motherfuckers who give me their ass kicked. Y'all know I'm hard as hell, but I do have feelings. I'm like, well, damn, another one bites the dust. But you know what? I'm good though. I enjoy my time off. I enjoy my time with my children. Set my daughter up 2 new businesses. I have just been really at peace and recharging because I needed that. I needed to sit still. And I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that I did. But nobody is gonna ever make me stop. I'm gonna stop when I get ready to, right? And those that's supposed to be here will stay here. Those that's not will go about their business, and I'm okay with that because I'm not for everybody, right? But I'm going to complete my assignment, and I want to make it easy for everybody because there's a, me personally, and no one in particular, but I feel like a lot of people is being paid to deter y'all the wrong way, like being paid. See, I can't be bought, bitch. I am the money. I walk and go. I can't be bought. But it seems like a lot of people are not genuinely trying to help anyone, and this is the time. It's just like it's a lot of chatter right now, and that's not good. There's a lot of distractions right now, and that's not good. So, I enjoyed my time off. I needed it. God knows I did. This is one of the longest times I've ever taken. Y'all know I'll drop off for a couple weeks and come back, but I needed to come back when my cup was overfilled. Okay, just like this live I've been on for about 3 hours. I'll be tired when I get off, but you know what? It wasn't meant for me to do the live at 3 o'clock. It was a lot of monitoring spirits. Y'all know I never really post what time I'm going to go live, right? Because the live wouldn't work, or people will come, for the ill reasons. And I said, okay, God, when you're ready for me to go live, I'll go. And those that's supposed to be on the live will be there, And you about 300 been rocking with me for the last 4 hours. Did I catch that Marrero pump from 120 to 330? What pump? It's the whole on sale gimmick. How they gonna give you a discount on your own credit? That part. Like, how the fuck you gonna get? I like you, messy space. Like, how you gonna give me a discount on my own credit? These people is crazy, y'all. But that's all right. We coming back. We get it. I'm telling y'all the sauce. We're not asking no more. We're not asking these people to give us what belongs to us. Use their system. They created the system. Learn how to work it, and you will be happy. You will be happy. You can go take 4 5 months off from the fucking world and nobody talk to you, and you fine, like you feet on the beach somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, yeah. Every file 1099s after now the automatic extended credit card, etc. You still worry about the credit card, dude? It's gonna fix it for you. And you missing something. All you said was 1099s. What else are you supposed to be filing? See, y'all missing stuff. It ain't just the 1099s y'all supposed to file. I love and appreciate some of y'all too. Girl, when I tell you I was unplugged from the world, I ain't did a crypto. I I was just regular old Tamika. Like I have no I was not nowhere near past freedom. I literally cut off from the world. So none of it came. I was not on IG at all. And I only go on TikTok for TikTok shop when I wanted to buy something, but I wasn't even buying that. Like I really cut social media at the time that I was going. So I don't know what's going on. I don't watch the news, y'all know. I don't even watch TV. So I don't know what's been going on into the world. I have been living a carefree life right now. That's just the best I can put it. So I don't know what's going on into the world. I do know I just seen the other day that Trump talking about them accounts, and I say, oh shit. I immediately said, damn, them the accounts that they been opening, but since Trump collapsed the last system and he trying to do it right, he's gonna bring it back up. And you heard him say he only putting $1,000 in there, but by the time the kids is grown, they're gonna be good and well off, and that's so because that account is about to gain so much interest. And guess what? As the parent, you're gonna know that that account is there, and you've already, as the fiduciary and a trustee over it, then you're going to give the trusteeship over to your child once they turn age of majority. So just think, we got that account now too, but these bitches done stole it. You got to go back and get it. The county clerk got your money, y'all. You haven't paid your taxes in 2 years. We can't move property without the trust. That's correct. 92. You want to get your trust. That's the beginning. In the beginning was the word. And God we trust. Yes. Trump and Elon is beefing with each other. Oh, are they? Oh, Trump hit checkmate on him, made him think he was his friend, so he was gonna pass his shit, and then he didn't change his mind. Is that what it was? See, I told you, I don't. Only thing I seen of Trump was the kids thing. My address so contagious. Thank you. We are the main trust bank to take when opening a trust bank account besides the COT. What? Where are the main trust documents to take when opening a trust bank account? When you open up your, you just need your certificate of trust. Make sure your certificate of trust fits your state guidelines. That is going to say who the successor trustee. Make sure that it has everything that's needed on there, so that they won't ask you for the rest of your trust. Give them the front page and the last signature page. And if I was you, I would make sure my coat of arms is on my trust. I did the same thing. Um, but that should be all that they need. Do not allow them to give you one of their certificate of trust forms. Somebody, you need to fill this out. No, the fuck I don't. Right? Because then that's how they're trying to take over. Make sure that when you open the account, it's an irrevocable account. Because as long as it's irrevocable, you remain the trustee. And they can't close the account without you, and etc. And then you are able to use that to your advantage later down the line when you figure out how to properly get into a relationship with them. But when it comes to being able to file your taxes on your bank account to get back, the percentage, they have to give all 1099, all IRS responses to you as the responsible party. So then you'll be able to properly file your taxes. And you're supposed to file your taxes every 3 months, your bank account every 3 months. What is your proof? The statements. Now, if I was you and you were me, I would definitely make sure that I mail those particular taxes in, and you get a statement. Oh, the moon is so pretty, y'all. You get a statement every month for a reason. So until you get into the IRS system and they get a roll and they realize that every 3 months you're about to come and collect, I would definitely add my statements, the front page of the statement, in the account, in the IRS folder, so they'll already have proof that this account does exist, and etc. When it's time for you to get your money back to make it easier. Okay, y'all. When I do a tax class, I haven't decided yet. I did say if I only do it, you will literally have to show me proof that you have a trust set up. I will just not do that class for the masses. You will literally have to tell me you got a trust set up, so that I know that when the class is done, you will actually sit and file your taxes instead of holding on to information that you're not ready for. I don't want people to take information that they're not ready for, because all it does is confuse you, and confusion is going to cause you to delay, and we don't want that. So I would have hoped, unless you're brand new to this, welcome. If you one of the old folks, as much as I preached trust before I left, I preached it so much I heard everybody else preaching trust. Get your trust in order. Okay, get your trust in order. If you need help, I do have a free trust class that is on YouTube. Layla, who I recommend so highly, she did partake in that class as well. If you need additional help, she would be the only person that I can guarantee you that I know will give you the proper understanding that you need, or can assist you with your trust. And she also has classes as well. Oh, my lady got her trust done too. I know that's right. You got a just certified receipt from your county office. Girl, what you been out in that county office doing? I'm 5-0 with my dot plates. Police pulled up behind me so fast and immediately back off. Also, they never got a bill for traveling through the toll. See, that's what I'm saying. Blood, 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 blood. Yeah. So if you're brand new here and if you heard of the black plate, I came up with that too. If you hit my Instagram and you go into my front page and you hit the different highlights, you'll see one called Black Plate Crew. I came up with that too. Congratulations. It can't do nothing. It ain't got no jurisdiction. And you can really kill them if, with your black plate, you get your coat of arms and you have it in the corner. You know how the Department of State got theirs? You put that in the corner like, what? I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. Yes, I save all my lives. If they miss, it's because IG took them down. Trump UCC filing was so gangster. That's what I'm saying. Trump keep giving y'all the answers. But do y'all really want to know how Trump owned Trump Tower? Y'all ready? That nigga rented an office space in there. And I guess because of the fees, he filed a UCC. If I ain't mistaken, it's back from 1998. 1989, excuse me. 1989 or something like that. Y'all better go pull Trump's fucking UCCs. That nigga, y'all don't like how I don't give a fuck about him. What I do know is that's one smart man. And one day I'm going to be in the room with him just talking like, you know what? You said you know the tax laws better than anybody in this, and you do. Hats off to you. You know what I'm saying? Because what? Y'all better go pull his shit and learn how to write yours. That's all I can say. Y'all see he got rid of them 30-something charges. You're like, oh, he dropped the charge. No, that nigga filed in UCC. That nigga Trump, and then he fought. He filed the UCC, got rid of all them charges, and then he fought to get his file unlocked so that the world can see what he did. Y'all see this? I don't like him. Fuck that. That nigga know how to handle that white paper black ink. Whoever he got on his team, where are you? Hello, I am Path to Freedom. Nice to meet you. Because, baby, what? I'm trying to tell you. The bank is requiring my SSN as a trustee to open a bank account. No, the fuck they shouldn't. They only supposed to ask for the EIN. You are just the responsible party. They are not supposed to be asking you for your social security number. And you let them know that at the point that I give you my social security number, I will be filing because now you're going to owe me. So now do you want to work for me? You can have my SSN and the bank is about to work for me and I'm going to make sure that I put it in on the proper records. They ain't supposed to give you that. No social. You asking for your... No. No. Is it an irrevocable trust at that? Is it an irrevocable trust? Because that's the account that you want to open at the bank. It needs to be an irrevocable trust. Opening up a regular trust at the bank ain't gonna do you no damn good. Not really. Because what they gonna do is they gonna fool you and say, oh, with this account you can get this amount of interest. And at the moment that you get interest, you just gave everything to the bank. The irrevocable account does not gain interest, which means they can't steal from you. But now you're able to capitalize on the amount of money that you keep flowing through their system, and you're able to file. The IRS removed a foreign entity for 9/8. Did they? Y'all look, I told you I've been gone. Okay, so let me screenshot that so I can go back and look. I had issues with my dot plates. I'm in Delaware. Did you do the whole thing? Did you do the full process? And you still got to remember it's their vehicle. So sometimes, yeah, you in Delaware, they assholes. So now you got to do the entire process as far as deregistering that vehicle from the state. And that's where, remember, you've been with me for a minute, Sly, when I told y'all to get a certified copy of the MCO title by doing a motor vehicle VIN record search, and it'll be in the back, and then you utilize that to do everything else that you need. Trust taxes get the highest. When you file the proper trust, estate, and gift tax, you are exempt up to $13 million. Nope, do not get a savings account. That's right. Can we open up an irrevocable trust at a bank even if we've been flagged? Yes, because you're not opening it up. The trustee is. You're just the trustee. So you're not giving them your social. Your social is tied to a negative account. Your trust is not. You are just the trustee. They're not supposed to ask you anything but your name and make sure via the certificate for the trust that you are the authorized trustee. But no, you can absolutely open up one. Fidelity refuses to accept my debt securities to transfer to TDA. Oh, you watched the old video. Yeah, they're not going to do it. You got to be set up. You got to be set up properly. I think I might go take that video off because I got new people coming in. That video so old. Yeah, baby, that's not going to work for you right now. I'm sorry. You got to have the trust already done. You can't go to the bank and tell them that you need a trust. You want the bank to open you up a trust account, they're going to make themselves trustees. You already got to have a truck. Talk about a truck. A trust. Um, and then you go in there and open up an irrevocable checking account, non-interest bearing. I believe you so, yeah, and don't have the MCO. Okay, so do what you got to do, Sly. What is the dot plate? So the security bureau, the Department of Transportation runs all the DMVs because they run the roads, right? So when you go onto the Department of Transportation's website, you can become dot exempt. right? The law says that unless you are for hire, you do not need a driver's license. You do not have to register your car. You do not need insurance. So how you get around that is by getting assigned a dot number, like you see on CDL trucks and etc. But yours will be exempt. They're going to give you a number. You then can go to a plate place that says dot exempt, private property. Put your dot number on there. Give the DMV back their registration, their titles, their stickers, they whatever they gave you. You give them all that back and you revoke their authority with a 2848, and then you put your decals, which is your dot exempt. So it lets the police know that you are a private passenger. They have no right to stop you, and the car is not owned by them, and neither are you. So hopefully that helps. If you did the MVR and the MCO was not in there, so you have to find the original state that the car was first registered in. They will be the first ones that have it. You can just do a FOIA request in any state. So do a Carfax report. See what was the very first state that registered the vehicle and do the MVR in that state. They locked me up and I have a registration and I have dot plate. So you didn't do the full process. You got to take away, because if the car is still registered to the state technically own it, right? So just like you removed yourself, you have to remove them as well. And if I was you right now, I would do a 2848 revoking the courts, the police department, and the state, and the DMV. Okay. If you got court in July, you might want to do that now. That you have to deregister the car. The car technically belongs to the state if it's ever been registered to the state. So you have to revoke all of that and then revoke their power. Mm-mm-mm. Yes, Wells Fargo is extremely simple to open up an irrevocable account, and they don't be with the extra. Yep, get yourself a surety bond. I will make sure. So if you're going to get a surety bond on your trust account, which is absolutely amazing to have, make sure that you put in the trust papers as well as in the certificate of trust that the trustee must get a trustee bond. And then you can call any bond company and get a trustee bond, which covers all cases as well. Don't forget to claim the bond because it is a bond. My registration is due next week. I finance a car. Well, if you finance a car, the first thing you got to do is get rid of the finance part, right? So what you can do if you already have an irrevocable trust set up, you can transfer and sell your car to your trust, which means you're going to have to do a bill of sale and etc. You're going to sell the car to the trust. Okay. Once you go and do a title transfer down at the county's office, you're going to give them back all the old plates, all the other stuff. You're just going to do a title transfer. Tell them that you are not registering the vehicle and then go from there. Okay. Once you sell the car to the irrevocable trust, it takes away the financial obligation. Now, these companies like to play. So I'm not going to just tell y'all, oh, they're just going to be done. Some will. Some might want to play games with you, right? So that is when you still, if you're financing a car, you should have a UCC on file, darling. Okay. You should also fill out a 1099A by now acquisition showing that you have an open arrangement with whatever finance company as well. You're going to report that to the IRS. The banks and all these corporations are not scared of us. They don't give a fuck about us. Okay. They will give you the runaround, but you know who they don't like? The I, the R, the ESSA. Okay. And so you're going to use the IRS as your intermediary to get you what it is that you need. It'll never say that all the passports will look the same, regardless of how you do the application. It's all about when they scan it, what it means. But if you've never had a regular driver's license, if you're not in the state system, like y'all heard Bridget say earlier today, she 50 years old and they never had a driver's license. There was no contract anywhere in any of the states of the union as well. But when you do your passport application, just add the explanatory statement on there. If you got an FOIA, just have it authenticated, as well as with the Department of State. You can also file a 2848 and you remove the Department of State's um, authority under the public side of it, because the Department of State asks you for your birth certificate, right? To get your passport. You just gave them the birth certificate for them to charge the passport, right? So that means that the Department of State got money from you too. So in that case, yeah, on my passport application, whatever application number, the number that's on your passport, and etc., that will be inside of a collateral box on the UCC. You understand what I'm saying? And even once you get rid of your driver's license and stuff, that is still an account. You're dealing with DCS. They remove your children. You're not their children. You just a parent that pay rent. And when they tired of you paying rent, they take your kids. Sorry to say it like that, but that's true. Um, you will have to remove and revoke all of their jurisdiction, and you will have to take jurisdiction of your kids by adding the newspaper and etc. Those things should be in that recorded national status ebook that's free in my Linktree. There are some things. That book came, all the ebooks in my bio came from classes that I did. I did not personally write them. I had someone else write them, but they did come directly from my classes. And I'm going to take them down because there are some updates and I don't want y'all doing the wrong thing. So I will take them down, but to putting an ad in the newspaper, um, getting a family Bible, putting your children in there, going to record that on the record, and you need to fill out a 2848 for your children. Hopefully you're listening. Hopefully you still here. Okay. Now y'all done heard me talking about doing a 2848 to revoke rights. You're going to do a 2848, making yourself the representative over your children. So anybody on here that got children that are under the age of 18, you're going to do a 2848. In the taxpayer's information, you are going to put your children's information. Okay? Your children's date of birth, your children's social. On the 2848, where it says representative, you're going to put yourself there and your trust there, if you have one, will be the representatives over your children. You will check the box and say you do not have a CAF number. They will then assign you a CAF number that belongs to your children, but you are the representative. Okay? Once you do that, then you can lawfully do a 2848 and revoke the Department of State, DSF. You got to revoke everybody, baby. Everybody, the whole state. You got to revoke everyone, and then you'll be able to get that should be able to assist you in retrieving your property back because you're now legally their mother. Okay? Mother and father is the private side, parent is the public side, which if you say parent, is pay rent. The IRS will not let you claim POA over yourself. Where you go? Where it go? Where it go? Where it go? Damn it, I lost it. You should have a shitload of 2848s on file, basically. Yes, that's right. Shitload. The older you get, the more you're going to have on file. The good thing about it, though, is when you do the original 2848 for yourself and the 56F, then they're going to ask you, everybody who has power over you, they're going to ask you, are you authorizing? And you just revoke it, and then that will help. But somebody just said something about you can't have POA over yourself. You're not going to have POA over yourself. The trust is going to have POA over you. You know, the trust has POA. You have POA over the trust. You can do a 2848 for your trust. The trust name go in the taxpayer's name. Why? Because the trust is considered a taxpayer. It has an EIN number, which is like the social security number, correct? And then you put yourself down as in the representative box, but you're putting yourself down as the living because only the living can represent a trust. Then you say no for a CAF number so that you can get the CAF number. Now your trust has a CAF number and you are down as the only trustee. Now, if you got a 2848 on file that you are the trustee, the responsible representative for your trust, right? And if all your bills is in your trust name, these companies can't do nothing without authorization from who? The representative, which is you. So if they've already opened up accounts, like if you retitled your bank account, then the IRS gonna send you a paper like, hey, um, Chase Bank is saying authorization. You like, no, cancel that because you'll revoke their POA from the beginning by looking at the instructions. And I think it's line number 7 where you're right at the top of the 2848, revoke all years, all periods. I didn't say much. They asked for my driver's license. I gave him, and he said he was giving me a ticket, but when he came back, he said, have a nice day. That part. That part, big. She on the record. I know she is. She been with me for a minute. I know that's right. Remove your shit completely so they won't even try to stop you. So that's where, in that case, because you do have one, I know you did what you're supposed to do. But that medical exemption form I was talking about earlier, since you're going to keep your driver's license, which is fine, if that's what you choose to do, just make sure you file properly because the DMV is a business with the EIN number. But do that medical exemption. This won't get fixed when we correct our status on file with the clerk, and the IRS can see all of that. The state and the federal are two different entities. The state and the federal are two different entities. Those are two different things. I did revoke all years and period. Who returned it? Did you send it through the IRS first? Right. You got to send the letter in. So when you send the 2848 revocation to the IRS, you still have to send that to the company within itself. But it's best to do it on the IRS shit first. And then you still have to send them a letter. The 2848 and the instructions even tell you that. Who did you revoke and they sent it back? Where'd she go? Doc D, B, and D. Yes, go read the 2848 and the circular that goes with it. Damn, I just got my first speeding ticket in over a decade. Court this month to fight it. You don't have to fight it. The ticket that they gave you, right on there, do not consent to contract. Sign it with your beneficiary signature and send it FedEx back to their ass. File a 1099-A on the speeding ticket, okay, and then do a 2848 revoking their ass. Where to send POA on a marriage license? There's no such. Now you can, yeah, there's no such. It's you sent it to it's, and did you mail it or did you turn it in? I guess you're meaning the IRS. You're trying this hard to write it. I will post it, Danny. You new too. I've never seen your name before. It'll be posted. Well, if your daughter don't have a social security number, that means that you own your child, darling. You own your child. In your case, um, like I will put a birth ad in the newspaper so you can get an affidavit of publication. I will get a family Bible and put her name and stuff in there, and then you can go put that on the record at the county so that they'll know that you own. But congratulations for walking up out of there with no social security number. You do not have to get one. Congrats. The IRS sent it back. What they sent it back for? How you fill it out? Yes, please update me when you get your babies back. And I'm gonna drop this so you can go back and listen to that part so you can remember what I said. Oh yeah, you got your international driver's license? Me too, honey. Me too. But I look at it like this, right? As long as you put your driver's license in the right standing and you know that the state has you as an employee, that's a check, right? So you like me, figure out how to go get your money. Oh, y'all want to keep this driver's license? No problem. No problemo. Let me use CC lean this bitch real quick. Okay? How about that? Let me put my trust over and then make them pay you every month. So, I mean, you got options, darling. And I know you're going to figure out the right one. You can use Chat GPT to create a trust if you want. Ooh, You could, but they say the jet, they say the little AI is didn't figure out how to not to turn itself off or some shit I seen. I say, oh, they trying to start a Terminator. They always tell us, don't they? You sent your social security card to the social security office. I never got it back. I don't know what you sent it for. I did a 4852 with them codes and think I messed up. Oh, come on, Slide. Tell me what code you use. Hold on. Slide. Let me request you to come on up. Come on up. Let me see what fucking for. Where y'all get these there? Okay, I invited you, Slide, to Rio. I would like to know what codes that you messed up and where did you get these codes from? Because I didn't give y'all any codes. Accept my invite. CK. Oh, wait, no, she's not on here. Because I've been looking for her. I know she like this bitch. Hmm. Oh, you decline my shit, huh? Okay, type it in the thing, though, and tell me what 4852 and the codes I think I messed up. Do anybody know what codes he's talking about? Where y'all learn this at? I tell you, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Anybody know? Anybody know? I did a UCC in Delaware in 28 and also sent their PA form when we both sent the CEO and did. Should I? Hell yeah, do a 1099 because they think you're playing with them. They don't want to talk to you. Make them talk to the I, the R, the motherfucking S. I'm so happy to hear your voice again. I've been through so much struggling as a single mom about to face eviction. Oh no. I need to get back to learning and start the path of freedom for me and my baby. Yes, baby, you need to do that. Is that a corporation? Are you renting from a corporation? Go look at your lease, right? And on y'all lease, where it says security deposit, they had to tell you what bank account they had to put your security deposit in. It's in every lease, y'all. Go read it. It talks about your security deposit. And it'll say that your security deposit is being held at National Bank of ABC under account number such and such. Why do you think they gave y'all that? And then you just use CC Leaning because you do have a security in the collateral, which means remember I told y'all that the lease pays your rent for 3 years and all you had to do was pay a 25-cent postal stamp. So that's how the 3 years kick in. But that account that they opened up is an account that was funded. And the security deposit is the security deposit they had to pay the treasury to get it. So just use the account. And if I was you, I would 2848 and I would revoke the court's authorization to even have you in there. And then you just be living there forever. Cracking a code book, never seen it. I'm still looking, dude. CK said she getting off social media. I got her number. Oh, she here? Where she at? I text her and the other day I got into my WhatsApp because I couldn't even get in that. And I know she like, CK said she getting off social media. I'ma call her. I can't believe she got off too. She said that when I left, she was leaving. She been telling me that. She like, you ever leave social media? I only have it because of you. What happens if I put special private priority on all documents or forms? Do you want to spark a blunt for that discussion? Oh, you know when I smoke that blunt, well, be like, she be jumping it. Um, they go my friend. Hello, darling. Um, you sending it private. Who did you send a letter of private priority to? And you know, private priority can be you sending it through FedEx or UPS or a private mail service. That's what makes it private. And the 18-year-old got married. Congratulations. 18-year-old got married. He can still do what he got to do, even when he married. He just got some extra steps now because he is married. My lease doesn't have a security deposit. You rent from a private person? Because by law, they have to tell you where the security deposit is being held at. I go to court Tuesday. Should I fill out? What are you going to court for? But yes, revoke. Everybody should. I use those on the form, still green. You use what on the form? Tamika got that juice. But yeah, I mean, I didn't miss y'all, but I ain't, I got to come back and, let y'all know that I'm still Hershey, me, I'm T. The fuck? I know that shit still roll off my tongue like, and so they don't use the treasury. Yes, the Art of Passing the Buck Volume 1 and 2 is fucking fire. That was the best $900 I could spend. Oh, it's because you rent from a private person, but it's in his LLC name. You don't see the account that he put. He's still supposed to tell you where the security deposit is being held. Oh, you requested? Okay, let me have you up. Where you go? Hey, OG7. Okay, hold on. You said that you requested. Okay, I accepted you. Oh, they didn't do the bank either. Can I talk a little about the treasury account and the bank account being linked? They don't want you to come up. I hit accept. Hold on. Do you see the accept button? Okay, I just sent you an invite because I hit the accept for you, but it won't let you come because I want to know what these codes you talking about. Yeah, put all debt name under a trust ledger and then claim for the trust. You're absolutely correct. Why y'all keep talking about the art of the passing the book? Y'all got to look. It say you was unable to join. Let me try again. They don't want him to come up. They don't want me to know. There you go.
So I
Hello there.
use hey.
Hi.
So I used 3401A and 3121A.
And
The
what those
first
say?
the first time I don't have it pulled up, but basically it just says that um I haven't looked at it in a while. Give me a second. Um it basically states that your taxes are yours, more or less.
Where you get them codes from?
They were on your post actually. They were in the comments, and you were like, if you guys were paying attention, then you could see that the codes were already in the um the
Screenshot that and
comments.
send it to me. Yeah, because it's not really, I mean, I'm not going to say they're not codes, but it's more so IRS guidelines, but screenshot me what you talking about because I'm like, I ain't never heard of 3104 or whatever. But so somebody typed it in the
No, it's
comments.
3401 and 3121.
3401. Hold on, let me write that down. Yeah, because that don't sound like what I put, but I just wanted to know where you got it from. So you said 3401,
And 3121.
3121. And these IRS codes?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna look them up. That ain't what I necessarily put it on mine, but I'm not saying that that's not right
No,
because
I
I
didn't
don't know.
say you didn't put it, but like you commented on somebody else that posted it, like basically saying that it was correct.
Oh yeah, let me go look at that because I don't remember if they took. I did a video on it. It was on my receipt dropper page, and I think that's the one that they took down. But I'm gonna go over there and look when I get off of here because I need to link that page with this one because there's a lot of stuff on there that's not on the Path to Freedom page. Okay, but you did the 4852, and what happened?
I contacted them and they were like that they didn't understand what I was doing, and that I basically did the same exact thing the year before. But the year before, I didn't do a 4852. I just did it on one of the tax apps and just added the numbers like how you said to with the federal withhold and everything. I just added the numbers how I said to, and I got 13K back last year. But this year I used the 4852, and I filed in February. I haven't got anything back.
Yeah, that don't sound. I don't know. I'm looking to it for you. So like I
Okay.
know that they make the codes, but okay. I'm gonna see if that the recording is still on my receipt dropper page. I do remember them taking one down. I just don't remember which other. But since I got you up here, you got any other questions?
Um. Yeah.
And
So
you
I
gonna
have a
lie?
warrant. I have a warrant right now.
Okay.
I want to know how to get rid of it.
You ain't here, y'all. How many times on this same live have I told how to get rid of a warrant? Yeah, y'all don't be listening. You got a warrant. You wanna revoke the courts, the DA's office, the police department. You want to redo a revocation of all of their power of attorney that you gave them. If you have a warrant, that means you got a case number. Then you're gonna file a 1099-A for acquisition on the case number. You're gonna make sure that they send that. The notification will go to the county clerk. Then you're gonna also file a 1099-B on the case because they turned your warrant into a bond, which is what it is. But
Right,
that's
and I looked up on the Treasury website, and I typed in a number, and it says the monetary value and when it's going to be matured and everything.
correct. So then that lets you know how long they gotta pay you.
And I
Because
also
they
found their Dun and Bradstreet number.
correct, because you're gonna need that number to put on the correct IRS form. So you got it. But yeah, that's how you do that. We enter revoking. We ain't filing no motions, no none of that. We are revoking and recouping.
And
Revoke and recoup, and we're gonna use the IRS to help us.
and then I also found the how to put my trust onto the DMV as far as like getting a tag from the DMV to the trust.
Okay.
Um, because right now, um, so I've beat a few cases, but I've lost one, and one of those cases, my license was suspended, so I was looking into something else, and I found that. So
So you gave the DMV a copy of your trust.
no, no, hell no,
You changed the car over to the trust.
no. I'm saying I was looking into it, so before I do anything, I already found the steps.
But you want to make sure that it's an irrevocable trust, and the point is, it's not getting tags. It's to remove the state off of having jurisdiction over your car, which means the police can't stop you because they work for them. They cannot do it because they work for them, right?
Right,
Um, so yeah, now when you're financing your vehicle and you take it and you sell it to an irrevocable trust, it releases the lien on the title.
and that's what I planned on doing. I was going to give the title to the trust.
Correct. You just put that on your schedule A.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, but that's how you're gonna get rid of that ticket, though. You get rid of it and then you capitalize on it. Like you put yourself in the proper persona where you are profiting off the ticket. Like I said, it's not about us not doing business with them. It's about doing business properly with them where they still win. Okay, you got your couple of dollars, but guess what I do too, and you're gonna leave me the fuck alone, right? It's about
Right.
us taking back all of the authority that we have given a corporation that can't even speak. We've given all of our assets to the lives of hands of people that got hands like you and feet like you. Is that fair? So now it's about utilizing them for their role. We are here for a reason, they're there for a reason, right? They figured out why we here for them because a contract can't be a contract without a human signature. So that's us. So now we have to realize, okay, in order for us to get to the treasury, without having to be registered on a security exchange and go through, get a DTC number and all of these other things. Let me use who they put in place to do that. But I can't use them or hire them until I know what their qualifications are. And at what spectrum can I make them do something? That's how I need y'all to look at this. It ain't these people stole from you. You gave it away. You should be so damn mad you gave all your shit away that you want to figure it out how to get it back. That's the way I look at it. But yeah, you got it though.
Thanks.
Auntie tried to sell a finance girl to trust
Happy you
with your
back too.
metadata. Thank you. You don't need to, you have to make sure you got a bill of trust. You can sell it over to the trust without a problem. You do not need the title or none of that. But you got to make sure that you look up the guidelines. You know how he just said, Slide just said, I looked up the guidelines to see what I need to do at the DMV with my trust, right? You want to do the same thing. You don't need the trust. You're selling the rights over. That means you're going to have a bill of sale and all these other things in place. So when you go down to the DMV, but it's nothing to look on your DMV website and say, okay, how do I sell a car to a trust? What documents do they need? And 9 times out of 10, they already have the documents. They
Yeah,
have
you
their
just type in
paperwork.
trust on the website and it'll pop right up.
Y'all hear that? Type in trust on the website. Yeah. Got to revoke everybody with financial interests. Well, not fight, yeah, and fucking financial authority, fiduciary authority. They can have part financial interest because they got to go out there and make your money, right? But instead of them taking 100%, the law say 80-20. Or we can come up with another agreement, but you're not about to keep keeping all my motherfucking money and then lying to the IRS talking about I owe the IRS and they locking folks up. People that's locked up for tax evasion is locked up because they signed their rights away, and that company then racked up all that money, and then they're gonna throw you to the wolves like it's you while they sitting on their high horses. That should piss y'all off. There you go. Either remove fiduciary duty or enforce fiduciary duty. That's right. Investing possibility. Either remove or enforce. You figure out which one you want. Because they are all fiduciaries. I did all of that and they still won't let me sell it to my trust. What state you in? What state you in? They can't tell you what the fuck can be sold to your trust. One guy, hey, you been with me for so long, and you talking about student loans is coming back at you. If you don't go watch one of them videos I got, and you done been with me too long, talking about stamps. So student loans. Even though you've been on this car since I've had it, and I flat out told you what you need to do to all your accounts. No matter what type of account it is. It's a security. Stop looking at it as, oh my God, it's Walmart, it's Myers. No, it's a security. So what do I do with securities? What do I do with this? How do I profit off of my security that I made a security because of my signature? And that's all y'all should be worried about. You ain't tried everything. If you tried everything, then why would you ask me? Because that means that all your resources have been exhausted if you tried everything. Debt collectors right now should be the last of your worry. So yeah, y'all, but I did not realize it was 1:30 in the morning. But as y'all see, I made up for a little time that I've been gone. But yeah,
Well,
I
honestly, I'm
will.
gonna be moving to Texas soon too, probably like 2 years.
I know that's right. What part of Texas?
I'm not even sure yet, but I'm gonna be next to one of the ports.
Oh, okay, you about to be by the ports. Ports in
Yeah.
Houston. I know we got. I think it's on here. Yeah, it's in Houston. I know. So you got your twig number.
I'm about to real soon.
I remember everybody was telling everybody to get their twig number. So I'm like, what do you want a twig number for? You're not on the ports. They said you died on the port. I tell you, people that try so much, it's just ridiculous. But yeah, but anyway, y'all, it was good catching up with everybody. Maybe I'll drop by tomorrow. Maybe I won't. It is Sunday, so y'all know I'm still kind of like stuck in my ways. But no, I am going to. I probably go on my YouTube and like organize it some if it's some way for me to do that so that it'll make it easier. But all I'm saying, guys, is I am back. Thank y'all for who've been on live with me since shit, whatever time I went, like 9 o'clock or whatever. Replay the live is a lot easier than what you think. It's easier than what you think. And just do what you got to do to get it done. The answers are there. Like, I'm going to say it a million times. The answers are there, but it's like a word puzzle. And you got to pick out the words and fit them together where it makes sense to you, right? But yeah, I didn't leave y'all forever or whatever. I'll finish dropping the rest of the videos on YouTube. And I'll holler at y'all later. Bye.